Well, welcome everyone to another Race for Real. Bushy, the man.
Yes, hello Mark, how are you tonight?
Good, buddy.
That's good to hear, and what a fantastic night we're going to have for the 1st of July. Of course, our Nissan theme night. We've got a number of pretty quick little Nissans down there in the staging lanes, and looking forward to seeing what unfolds for those competitors. I can see a HKS themed one coming under the tunnel pretty much either in the next pair or the one before. We've also got a couple of four-wheel drives that have said, you know what, I've got a Nissan, I'm going to come out and race it.
Well, I know Stewie's just jumping for joy over that because he loves Nissan four-wheel drives.
How are you tonight, boys? Welcome everybody
Rocket.
to City Dragway. And of course, yeah, this is the theme night. Great to hear Mark and Steve back up in the commentary box. Hey, Mark and Steve, we've got Clay Wong down here in the Ford Econovan.
It sounds like it's LS equipped.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like an Econovan.
Definitely not the 2-litre over.
Yeah.
So I have heard a lot about this van that has been driven by Clay. I can't say that I've ever met Clay, just so everybody knows. But well, that might change tonight.
I was going to say, you've got 4 hours to do that.
Yeah.
I do, but apparently, Steve, this van is quite notorious, from what I've been told. But I'm excited for the car about to come out in the Rocket Lane. Of course, for those people that were here for the GTR Festival, which is brought to you by MR Engineering, Andrew Hawkins and the team, they unveiled this HKS R32 Skyline at the GDR Festival. It is a replica of what the Group A touring cars were like. It is a very, very well-built car, and it's first time on track. So we're very excited to have that car here as part of our Nissan theme night here at Sydney Dragway.
Well, the van just blazing the tyres on the head of the throttle. Not a too bad a reaction time though, 1:40, but the Falcon's going to get their first mark.
Yes.
13:54 with a 2, 110 miles an hour. Quite respectable.
We're just waiting on the van to see what it does. 23 at 87 miles an hour.
Wonder if he's got commercial tyres on it, because they wouldn't be
Yeah, not
adding to traction value. I don't think they're normally a pretty hard compound.
Yeah, they're definitely not the stickiest tyre you could ever get. But he sort of did load it up fairly hard off the line as well.
He did, yes.
Well, we'll see how it goes, and as the night goes on.
I'm sure he'll come across a technique that will work for him.
And we'll definitely get Stewie to have a yak and find out exactly what is under the front seat of that car.
Yeah, unfortunately, just running the standard road tyres on that car and just spinning the wheels does rip up the rubber off the start line on the track. Which doesn't help us, but it also doesn't help everybody else that's coming out to race. Now, of course, tonight with our Nissan theme night, we're very lucky tonight, guys. Got a few awards that we're giving away tonight, of course. We're giving it away for the fastest Nissan, so it's a free ticket to Race for Real for next week. But a new prize that Sydney Dragway has implemented here at the theme night is new Standout first timer of the night. So that's one prize that Mark, Steve and I have got to put our heads together and work out which first timer deserves the free ticket to Race for Real for next week.
That's a great prize, actually. It's just promotes someone coming into the sport.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Skyline on a bit of a mission down the rocket lane right now. Left nicely, 186 to the 60 and a 1071 mark, 133 miles an hour. Nice.
Not too bad first time on the track.
No, definitely nothing wrong with that at all. 1775 with a 2 at 87 for the Patrol.
I was actually looking at that car while I was sitting down the starting line, looking at all the cage work and everything in it.
Yes.
And yeah, it's had some sensational work done on the car.
Well, I mean, we all know that Andrew's pretty familiar with his ways around a Skyline product, and I'm sure with his years in the industry would know some people who know some people and able to build a very high quality car.
Well, it's funny, that shell, Steve, was the spare shell that Andrew had sitting around for a number of years. And they decided to build it as a Group A replica. And to have the guys from HKS in Japan come out and help unveil it at the GDR Festival was pretty exciting. As we've got a Ford four-wheel drive coming out now, taking on the SF Racing and CMV Performance helped Falcon. This gentleman is out here every week. 059 on the tree and 031 out of the 40.
And a 1538 with a 9, 91 miles an hour in the rocket lane. 059 light though.
Yep. At 22.4 at 60 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane.
All right, the R-Wagon gun. Yeah, this thing should be pretty quick with the weight shift, but he's taking on this AMG C32. Now, I had a look at this with the bonnet up, boys. I've got a sneaky suspicion this thing's got a supercharger on it. I could be wrong, but it's got some pretty serious pipe work underneath that bonnet, and I did not see a turbo.
Well, that means it's just buried deeper.
Yeah, we will find out very, very quickly.
All right, tree counts down, and their Mercedes away first. But the Audi says, not for long. And through the finish line, 12.05 with an 8, 123 miles an hour.
And 16.3 at 80 miles an hour for the AMG.
All right, got the turboed XR6 Ute down here in the rocket lane.
Up against the Pulsar.
Yeah, how good were these Pulsars, Mark?
Yeah.
Weren't they a great little weapon?
They were indeed.
Yeah, they're very relevant to our age group, Stu. They were the one of the very popular cars of the, I suppose, 90s, the all-wheel drive SR20 turbo-powered hatchback. Looks like the Ute's going to take the win here, though. 12.38, 120 miles an hour across the finish line.
And 14.3 at 104 miles an hour. Well, I was walking past this VL, having a really good look. It's a really nice, clean, tidy car. Fully equipped with baby seats in the back.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's a new option.
Yeah,
Haven't seen that in many race cars, have we?
No, not indeed.
Well, he's taking on this Tiguan. Blue Lane Racing. It's going to be a quick pass out of the Tiguan, boys.
Well, 11.8 at 122 miles an hour to a 15.5. No, 79 miles an hour. The VS Ute down in the rocket lane.
And sitting just behind him, one of our regulars in the Audi Exposed. Great to see that guy here. He's a good bloke. Great supporter of Aeroflow Race Real here at Sydney Dragway. There's a bit of haze by the look of it that was coming out of that Commodore going down the rocket lane. Doesn't look too bad though, maybe just a little bit fieldy.
11.4, 122 miles an hour. We have Joe Cervello down here in the Nissan, up against the Audi.
Is that Joe?
It is indeed.
Oh, wow, it's got a T20 number on it. I didn't realise it was Joe. So he's had this car for a little while, Mark. This is the first time I think he's brought it out. Definitely doesn't have a Nissan power plant in it though, Mark.
Doesn't sound like a Nissan, does it?
No, not at all. It probably sounds like what a Nissan should have sounded like. But
sounds a bit like an LS.
Well, he's got the wing on the back for a bit of aerodynamic assistance. But I'll tell you what, keep your eyes on Exposed, this very quick RS5.
11.3, 122 miles an hour to a 12.7.
Just all the races that are out the back, guys. Hey, guys, just please make sure that your air conditioning is off, please, guys. There's a fair bit of water coming out of people's tailpipes at the moment. So, guys, just please make sure your air conditioning is off.
I think that's that VH Commodore I can hear rumbling away down below us. It's sounding fantastic on idle. Interesting to see what it's going to do. at the other end of the racetrack.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got Hype 054, this BMW convertible. Look forward to seeing that car make its way down the strip. But it's great to see a P-plater doing the right thing and getting it off the streets. What a great looking car as well. Almost, Steve, you could say just almost reminiscent of Jeremy Martin's Commodore that races in Pro Mod. Similar body shape, similar colour.
Yeah,
Beautiful looking car.
It does look very nice, but I think that's about where the similarity stops between that car and Jeremy.
Well,
no disrespect to either racer,
Well,
obviously. But if you're not familiar with Jeremy's car, I think he's run low sixes at 220-something mile an hour or thereabouts. I apologise if I got the wrong time on that, but it is very, very quick car. Started out twin turbo, and then it's gone to a blown combination now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, might have even run quicker than that. But yes, definitely a bit of a weapon.
So it's on a front mount, or is it a top mount supercharger?
Oh no, Jeremy's car is a full tube car now.
Yeah, okay.
I think might have started life as a road car, but as you know, the bug bites and you.
Yes.
And then we'll just put mini tubs in. Oh, need chassis connectors. Oh, we're going to put a cage in it now. Oh, well, blah blah blah. So. Yeah, the car is definitely a quick car, and Jeremy does a fantastic job of driving it as well.
Well, just while we're down here, Steve, you might grab a quick word with the driver.
Yes,
We've
sure.
got this little clean-up.
Sounds great.
Hey, mate, what's your name?
Connor.
Connor, welcome to Aeroflow Race for real, mate. Mate, this thing sounds great. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's just got a little 253 mild cam, flat tops in it, nice carby on it. Nothing too special, but the last 3 years or something, me and my dad, who's just over there watching, we've stripped the car down and repainted the whole thing. So,
well, mate, it's a credit to you both. The colour and the look of the car is fantastic. And, mate, the best part is it's got 3 pedals in it.
that's it. 3 pedals, manual, keep the dream alive.
100%. You're channeling a bit of Bathurst into the car too. So how long have you actually owned the car for?
I've had it for 4.5 years, roughly. Yeah. So it's been a good car. I had a VL wagon before this. That was just a stock RB. But yeah, this was much better.
Well, mate, it's a credit to you both, and your dad. What a great looking car, Steve and Mark.
Yeah, definitely a job well done. Certainly looks great from up here too, Connor, and it's great that you and your dad were able to spend the time putting the car together, and I hope you many miles and many smiles, as they say, driving around and enjoying it.
And that's what we like to see, guys. And the good thing is his dad's out here tonight supporting him as well, seeing him go down the track.
Of course, on hand if there is something that needs attention as well, which is great. Now, it does look like we got a little bit of a cleanup going on down there in the rocket lane. While we do a little bit of that prep, we'll just do a bit of advertising for our upcoming events here at Sydney Dragway. Of course, this Saturday, the 4th of July, will be the Andra Test and Tune here at Sydney Dragway. Good opportunity for all those racers to bring out their Andra Tech cars and get on down the quarter mile and maybe test something they've been tinkering with or wanting to play with. A good opportunity for some seat time, low pressure environment, and just come out and maybe try a few things and see if it's an improvement or a step backwards. Yeah. Sometimes that's the case. So that's the 4th of July. Following that we'll have our race for real, obviously, that Wednesday, but the following Sunday, we'll have the Diesel Nats, brought to us by Drags Australia and 4B Nation. So that's going to be a fantastic event. We all know how much the four-wheel drive turbo or the diesel scene gets behind Sydney Dragway when we put on these events. The truck guys are no different. There must be something in the fuel that just excites them to get out here. And,
it's in the soot, mate.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just it gets them out here at Sydney Dragway in pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
And it's a great time. They get carried away with the burnouts, and you know, sometimes we see some really quick four-wheel drives, ones that we think, oh, that's definitely not standard.
Yeah.
But it's all about having a good time and enjoying the cars for what they are, and of course the trucks. It's great to see them, as we know a lot of our.
It's a sensational combination.
Yeah, it is. It is. So that's the 4th of July. The following Saturday now, we're moving towards the middle of July. We're going to have our next round of the New South Wales Championship Series here at Sydney Dragway for all of our sportsman races. Round number 4 on the 18th of July. So that'll be a fantastic event for anybody into sportsman racing. And of course, if you're out in the staging lanes and you're riding a motorcycle or driving a car, obviously, because that's the other option, and it's fairly stock, and you go, oh, my car's not fast enough, or my bike's not fast enough, we've got a category for you. If you want to come out here and give the full racing experience a go, where you run for dial, you've got to run consistently and pick a dial in and then test your reaction times, a little bit like we had the dialed-in challenge a couple of weeks ago. There's an opportunity to race for some track championship points. If you've got a motorcycle, you can enter in street bike, or if you've got a car, we have a street fighter. So there are two, I'll say, grassroots category.
Yep.
Or if you've got something a little bit quicker, you can certainly come along and enter in Super Street or Super Sedan or whatever category you think your car will fit into. But for grassroots racing, we have the street fighter and street bike. So I urge everybody out there to give that a crack. Our next event, if you like big burnouts, will happen on the 24th of July. That's getting very close to my birthday, Mark.
Yep.
The Team Challenge for Thank God It's Friday at Sydney Dragway. So this will be something a little bit different. We're doing the Team Challenge. So obviously the combination of points will be tallied. Someone will have the tough task of judging the burnouts and giving points and taking points away, etc. And of course, I'm not sure how many cars in the team, but you know, it's a good opportunity to get out there and have a crack with your mates. And
yeah, well, pretty much like it is a team type sport. Like all these guys get together, and you know, like someone's got a problem, they're all in there. But now it's great that we can sort of put them in their own little teams and,
yes, they can actually
put them against
compete.
each other.
They can compete as teams. So just looking at this car now on this screen, what a beautiful looking Tirana. I think if it was mine, I definitely wouldn't be doing that to it, but that's okay. Each to their own.
I'd probably do the motor, but
oh yeah. yes. I agree. 21st of August now, so moving towards the end of August. But for the girls' night here on Friday Night Lights, of course, the Friday Night Lights starting from 5:30 to 10:30 on a Friday evening. What a fantastic way to finish the week, and of course, nearing the end of August, it's going to start warming up. Moving into a little bit warmer weather, and the Friday Night Lights, of course, we get that extra hour of track time, and there's less restrictions in time and speed, of course, so that's a big one to mark in your calendar. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are doing our best to dry the, I'll say, fluid, the left that was in the rocket lane. Unfortunately, just with the hand burner at the minute, and I can see the tractor at the other end of the racetrack poised and ready to go.
Glycol, something.
I dare say that's probably what it would be.
Burning it off.
I've just had a quick chat with Joe Sabello. He thinks his Nissan needs a little bit of a wheel alignment. Apparently, he was wandering a little bit down the end of the track. He doesn't want to push it too hard, in case it does decide to go for a bit of a wander. But great looking car of Joe's. Still got leather interior, so probably a little bit more comfortable for him to drive down the track while sitting in the lounge chair.
Well, he won't know himself in that car, because I dare say that his other cars wouldn't even have padding in the seat, let alone let alone leather.
They don't have a dash. Hey, Stu, has it got an LS in it?
Yeah, it does have an LS in it, yes.
Sounded like
Silly question, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I'm not 100% sure whether it's supercharged or not. I didn't actually ask.
No, I don't
Joe.
think so.
But I'll tell you what, it's one nice sounding car. Laurie Grimer's here as well. G'day, Laurie. Absolute legend. Laurie, one of our former Dial Your Own theme night winners here at Sydney Dragway. If you want to be part of that, guys, keep your eye on the Sydney Dragway Facebook page, because the next time we have a Dial Your Own night, get involved, guys.
Hey, Stewie, where you are right at the moment, just
Yes.
that red burgundy coloured Commodore. Find out what's in it.
I will. I will go and have a chat to him. Now, one guy's got an MPRA shirt on. Get the drives here. Hey, mate, how you going? I'm Stewie, mate. What's your name?
Sean.
Mate, welcome to Aeroflow Race for real. Mate, tell me a little bit about this ute, because it's making all the right noises.
It started as a naturally aspirated V6, and then my brother told me a V6 would never go fast, so it was turbo V6 and then 1JZ, and then I seen the light and put a blown LS in it.
Nice. Nice. So 5.7 litre?
Yeah, LS1 with a MP 1900 on it, so only a baby blower, but it's always room for improvement.
I'll tell you what, mate, it makes all the right noises and it sounds great from down there. I'll tell you, I was on the start line, I'm like, yeah, that brought a smile to my face, and I'm a Mazda fan.
Thanks very much, mate. I'm glad I can cheer everyone up.
Mark loves it, so just be careful, he's upstairs. So he'll rave about it all night. Nah, well deserved, mate, well deserved. Thank you for bringing the car out.
No worries. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
It's awesome, Mark. How's that, Mark?
Mate, good, yeah.
From a 6 to a turbo 6 to, you know, Toyota's motors and into the LS. That's pretty cool.
I was going to say challenge accepted, but then he changed it. Never mind.
No, that's
well,
cool.
of course, we know that Lachlan McCaskill, he runs a a supercharged V6 in his utility, and that's run, I think,
12,
low 12s. Yeah, yeah. So
which is quick.
Yeah, it's quick for the 3.8 litre V6.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, boys, we've got some very quick Nissans here tonight. Yes, I had to say it, boys. I had to say it, all right? Because, you know, like, GDR Festival, I held my tongue a little bit, but, you know, I'm a Mazda fan, so, like, they're the opposition. But I'll tell you what, we've got Maestro here tonight as well, Mark and Steve. This beautiful-looking Ford Capri. And we love seeing this car here. The boys have got it fired up. You ready to let loose?
Hey, what happened?
You ready?
I'm always ready.
All right, let's send it. Oh, I love that car, Maestro. You know, slicks on the rear end of it, Steve. Just still looks like a normal street car if you were to take the wheels off it, but certainly doesn't sound like it.
Love the sound of that Centura.
It's cranky.
I'll tell you what,
Oh,
Mark,
just
I don't think there's enough
so
of these
cammy.
Centuras getting around, man. But it should be a good race. We've got the Chrysler Centura taking on the Skyline. Down here, we've seen this car before.
I think the Nissan might be a little bit outclassed
Yeah, I
with
think so,
the
Mark.
horsepower side of it.
Absolutely, and the thing too, Mark, is that this Skyline is more of a circuit car
Yes,
rather
it
than a
is.
drag car.
Yep.
So, helped out by just engine management.
Well, Centura on a great charge, 9.9, 136.
Yeah, wow, that was very stout from Tim in the Centura.
All right, we've got the drift car down here, the Nissan.
I'm seeing double shoe from up here.
Yes. The workshop down here. Tanti. It's cool to get the drifters come out and have a crack at Aeroflow Race for real. I know it's not generally their cup of tea with these things, but good on him for bringing the car out, I know, and having a crack.
Steve, you got to love these Capris, don't you? That is just tidy as and cranky as.
We see you in it, is the question.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
I don't mind Capris.
There's a first.
Yeah.
There's a first. All right, the Aeroflow lane through the finish line first, 14:32, 108 miles an hour.
And 14.7, 108 miles an hour also.
Not too much in that one across the finish line.
Nothing better than close racing.
Yes. It doesn't matter what you're in. If it's
Yep.
close, it's always good. And even if you're competing, if you lose a close race by like,
Yes.
if you're a competitor, if you lose, you want to lose by. Listen to that.
Wow.
The Capri just singing in the burnout.
Is indeed.
Driver of the Commodore definitely working the limiter as well.
I think he had to.
Can't be outdone by,
No.
by Capri. But, have a look at that on the big screen. That colour popping in the big lights here at Sydney Dragway. Oh, hopped a little bit on the start line for the Capri. Over towards the wall at about half track, but we'll get to the finish line first. 9:58 mark, 139 miles an hour.
Wow, how aggressive was that thing off the line? He done a great job too. He just slowly eased it over to keep the thing settled, not because it was pretty cranky.
Definitely cranky off the start line. I did hit the save replay button. We'll see what I've captured. Oh, unfortunately, I was a bit slow. I was trying to get the whole run in. Sorry about that. But yeah, it left the start line and hopped on the rear wheel, and then I think he corrected it back. But unfortunately, it looks like our track staff are having a good look at the Aeroflow lane at the moment.
Yep. I think Adam's jumping on soon if he can pull this one back.
He'll pull that back, yes.
Because that was a great pass.
Still running into the mid 9 second
Yes.
zone. Just shows what potential is in that car. Here we go. Adams and Ben have worked their magic on the replay. Here we go. The car leaves, and it almost looked like it lifted the left rear off the ground.
Absolutely unloaded though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and then had a big move around it, around the half track mark.
You see the experience in the drive.
Yeah.
He just wasn't a big reef back in there. He just slowly eased it back over to keep it nice and settled.
All right, looks like we've got a solo pass before a couple of our bike competitors get on down the racetrack. Still got plenty of time with scrutineering open, so if you got your friends and they've been talking about coming to Sydney Dragway, get on the phone, get them out here, get some runs down the racetrack.
And just bearing in mind, guys, that tonight being a theme night, there are no burnouts this evening, so it'll just purely be drag racing. Now, we've had some quick cars go down the track, but Steve, we've got Mr. Consistent out here now, the big green ZX14. We love seeing this bike here. This gentleman's another one that supports Aeroflow Race for real just about every week.
Well, Stewie, for quick cars we've had out here, for first passes, they've been cutting some really good times. Straight off the trailer.
Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see competition in the reaction time contest. And the more you do it, the more you improve. The big ZX14.
Oh, like that.
004 there.
Great reaction time from the ZX14. 989 with a 9. 149 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, I think you'd be pretty happy with that pass. A 9.8 straight off the bat.
Guys have definitely done a great job on the track today.
Well, I can tell you, Mark, that I went for a little bit of a track walk down here earlier, or at least up to the start line, and I can tell you it is tacky. So the track's got some bite in it tonight, which is going to help some of our quicker cars and those that are a little bit more experienced in drag racing as well, because they'll know that they don't have to quite rev the car up as high to get it to leave quick. It is going to hook up. All right, the R35 GTR is out here. I noticed he's got a sticker on the side of SAU. Turn the tyres there for the car. We call it race for real. You've got to tune your car to the track. Still running them through though with a 1247. He had wheel spin all the way out to about 10 foot.
Well, Stewie, you just see how strong they are top end.
They are massive top end, Mark. Of course, at the GTR Festival, I think I saw maybe one R35 go down the track that had a fair bit of work done to it. And it's crazy what they're doing with those cars. And the thing that got me, Mark, and Steve in particular, is that a lot of those guys that have got the R35s, there is a little bit of work you can do in the engine department, but the main area they are focusing on to make it stronger is the gearbox. And that is coming along in leaps and bounds.
Well, Stu, we've got the van back out here. What do we think? Was that on the limiter or was it just missing?
Could be on the limiter.
I think Mark's being a bit sarcastic. It was definitely on the limiter. And
he's got cheese cutters on the back of it, Steve.
yeah, I thought he was going to try and stage on the left-hand wheel because it would have been.
Yeah.
I say that because he was coming into stage at a 45-degree angle, just making sure he used up every bit of the burnout area that he had. A bit better launch this time. Not so much wheel spin. Side by side with the Rocket Lane, but I think the Rocket Lane just in front of the moment, 14.57, 99 miles an hour.
And 15.0, 95 miles an hour. So really improved off the line with reaction and 60 foot. And the across the line as well.
Yeah, so not too bad. We'll see a 14-second pass out of that, I reckon, by the end of the night. That's for sure.
Stewie, you got to grab him later to find out what's in there.
I certainly will, but until then, we've got the ProMaz 808 wagon out here.
Is it on the 85?
No, I can't smell it at the moment, so I don't think so. It's not like the guys from SIC 100. We've got a first timer down here with the Commodore with a bit of help from that Rosso Performance. Absolute legends when it comes to V8 Commodores.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a name that's been around for a minute or two.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, they do a lot of the engine work on Chris Spicer's race car that he's got.
Away nicely, both cars. Commodore left first. The little Mazda, 1035 with a 9. Thanks very much. 135 mile an hour across the finish line. That's 225, 230 k's an hour right there out of that little Mazda.
And 14.9, 107 miles an hour for the Aeroflow.
All right, Hawko is about to come out in the HKS and GTR Festival sponsored R32. Of course, tonight helped out by Motive Video as well. Now 10.7 on his previous pass, I think Andrew would be pretty stoked with that. But no, Andrew, there could be another 10th in it. Who knows? But just it's a great looking car, Mark, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it does. It looks sensational, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, mate. It does. Of course, it's got the Yokohamas at all four corners on the car. He's taking on the big Nissan Patrol. Much better launch this time from Andrew in the R32 Godzilla. 10:28, 135. Thank you very much. How good's that, boys? I did not expect a 10.2.
Mate, it looks sensational, especially off the line with the flames out the pipes to the left.
Yeah, well, the 60-foot was better there too. So 104 miles an hour and half track.
Yep.
All right, the patrol taking on the Falcon down there in the rocket lane. The Falcon away nicely. A little bit red on the tree though, but that's okay.
Just means you're trying.
Exactly right. Gets there first with a 15:01, 93 miles an hour. And the patrol, a 22-second pass.
That's 60 miles an hour. Doesn't that Mazda wagon look great?
It does. It really suits that soft
Yes.
yellow color. Just really suits it. So period correct for that car. And I know that a lot of people would go, oh, I don't want to do it yellow, you know, but I think it looks really nice. Actually.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, Commodore Ute versus Cressida down there in the rocket lane. We've had a couple of Cressidas out here recently.
Do we have a bit of 2J action?
All right, the Commodore Ute away first, but the Cressida.
Oh.
Whoa!
Maybe we do.
That was a big step out. I reckon that would have got some attention.
It would indeed. Yeah, I reckon if you could see into the front windscreen, his eyes would have been as big as saucepans.
Yeah. All right, keep your eyes on the car in the rocket lane, right of screen here. Leaves the start line, and then all of a sudden it's just, I'm going over here now. Oh, unfortunately, it glitched just as it happened. Anyway, the track crew here at Sydney Dragway just checking out the racing surface right where that car changed its trajectory. One of our viewers going to need a new seat. Actually, I should welcome all of our viewers on the Sydney Dragway YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining us. Also, thank you to all of our patrons here at the racetrack that have braved the cooler Sydney weather and have come on out to Sydney Dragway to enjoy a race for real here tonight.
Hey, Mark, you'd be very happy to know, mate.
Yes.
That the black Tirana GDR is back again tonight.
Sensational.
The beautiful one with the red
Yes.
interior.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's got the big set of sportsman tyres on the rear end of it. He's ready to rock and roll.
Excellent. He's going to start chasing some 60s.
I can tell you, Mark, that thing, I'm interested to see what it'll run because that's got big rubber on the rear end of it and it should plant pretty well in these conditions that we've got down on track at the moment.
Yeah, well, the track is really great. We've had some plenty big horsepower cars go out there and hook up well.
One of our viewers on the live stream, Mark, I'm here for the commentators, not the cars. Good evening, Ivan, and thank you. I think.
Yeah.
Nice, good, close run there for both those competitors. 14.90 in the Aeroflow lane and the Falcon in the rocket lane of 14.4.
All right, Mark and Steve, you asked and I shall deliver. We're here at Aeroflow Race for real, and the gentleman standing next to me is no stranger in the car scene. Clay Wong, how are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
Very well, mate, very well. Now, good to see you too, mate. You brought the Econovan out.
Yes.
So everybody wants to know what's in it.
You'll have to find out.
Well, obviously it's a V8.
What? Big that.
Well, it makes all the right noises.
It's actually really quiet right now, so I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell that it's a V8? You just know your stuff.
I do, mate. I've been around the scene a long time, but no, I'll be honest though, Clay. I have heard a lot about this van.
Have you?
But this is the first time I've actually seen it in action.
What do you think of it in real life compared to the videos and all that?
It's way better in real life, man. Let's be honest, man. You can't judge a car by looking at a computer screen. You've got to judge a car by seeing it in the flesh.
You got to come down and see it then. Hopefully we can run a good time, but it's so hard to get traction. It's just a burnout machine, and we keep doing burnouts in it. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I almost got told off and kicked out. Pretty sad. But it just wants to do burnouts, bro. I don't know.
Maybe you need bigger tyres on the rear end. Oh, absolutely.
Less air pressure. Less air pressure.
Yeah, the cheese cutters would be not a good option for today, but we're gonna give it a shot, and hopefully we can run a good time.
So how long are you down for, Clay?
I've been down for a week. I've got High Rocks race tomorrow, so wish me luck. So today I'm racing the van, tomorrow I'm racing my legs. So pray for me.
Well, mate, it's great to have you here as part of our Nissan theme night here at Aeroflow Race for real, mate. Hopefully see more of you.
Thank you so much, Sydney Dragway. Shout out to Darian and everyone out here. Awesome venue at Sydney Dragway. All the best.
Thank you very much, Clay. Go out there and have some fun, brother.
Take care. Thank you, man.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Look, I've got to be a little... I know it's a Nissan night, okay? But, mate, I can't not do an interview with a rotary driver. I mean, you've got an absolute rotor head right here as a commentator. Mate, first of all, what's your name? Joe, welcome to Aeroflow Race for real, mate. Mate, it's great to see the car back. 10-second pass on that run, mate. That thing looked crisp.
Yeah, it felt good, but there was a bit of loss of traction off the line. I think there's a little bit more in it, but we'll see how we go.
Tell me, mate, you running radials on the rear end or just sportsman tyres?
Sorry? Just a semi-slick, just a Mickey Thompson. Yeah, just straight radial, so not too bad. Yeah, for a 235, it's, yeah, it hooks up okay. Just need a little bit more.
But it's so good to have this car here, man, I tell you. And I mean, the thing is too, man, you know, I'm a big fan of Jamboree, and I know the ProMaz product quite well, but we don't get a lot of the ProMaz cars here in Sydney, so it's great to see you here and having fun.
Yeah, no, the boys down at ProMaz have done a really good job with the car, so we're really happy with it, yeah. Yeah, it'd be good to see it come in the nines, but we'll see what happens tonight.
I'll tell you what, tonight there's going to be a party tonight, I'll tell you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll be there celebrating with you too, Joe. Thank you very much, mate, for bringing it out. Man, 808. And I'll tell you what, Mark, we're talking about tough cars. We go from a rotary to a Holden Tough 71G is here. This thing is cool, Mark. Now, it's got the original, I would say it's original Holden wheels on it, but on the back he's got a set of radials on the rear end, and the interior is just sick, almost period correct. Mate, thank you for bringing the car out.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
I cannot wait to see this thing run. We'll get an interview with him later, after his run. But the 71HG Premier, wow, Mark, they don't build them like they used to. I know everyone goes on about the old HK Monaros, but I'll tell you what, the 71HG, the HGs, they're still a great vehicle, and they look tough when done properly.
Mate, I like the Prems. They have a little bit of extras in them, luxury, like a radio. And if you're really lucky, power steering.
They had spats too, on the rear guards. But I think there's not really an ugly early Holden product, really, is there? Like of that era.
No.
And same with the Falcons. So they were all Ford products.
Yes.
They were all very nice looking cars. They probably weren't appreciated back then, but I'll go out on a limb, and it's probably the same as what we think of some of the newer cars today. Like we think, well, that's not a very nice looking car. But if you want to stick with with the brand and what you can afford, then that's what you do. I mean,
Yes.
I think, you know, back in the day, I think all the people that now have, you know, heavily modified GDR Tiranas and stuff like that, if they had the crystal ball, they probably wouldn't have done what they've done to them. But they've done what they've done, and they've got an awesome street car for it. You know,
Yeah.
it's just not. I mean, there are people out there that chase originality, and there's those that want to build a car how they want to build it, and they're not fussed about the originality.
Mate, when I was growing up and building cars and, you know, being in the trade and everything, we used to go out the bush and go, okay, well,
Yep.
I'm putting together a HG Prem,
Yep.
and there'd be a dozen of them out there.
Yes.
You just go and grab all the parts you needed, and away you go. You know, like that, people were just using them for paddock bashes at the stage. Where now,
Yes.
you if you've got a rusted out LC 4-door body shell, you're going to get them in for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even some of the parts too. Like I remember Dad was saying not long ago, he went to a swap meet and a seller had I think it was an air cleaner off a HQ or something, like an original one.
Yes.
And he wanted very decent money for it. But if you think about it, that was the first thing that anybody that modified at HQ
Yep.
on the 6, that was the first thing that went, because they were the worst thing for performance, because the poor engine is trying to breathe through this tiny little hole in the air cleaner, and it just wasn't allowing any sort of performance to happen under from airflow. And so the first thing that anybody did was chucked out. And now if you're trying to restore one, try and find one.
Yep.
It's funny how things
Especially
change.
like the X2s and those types of cars, like back then.
Check out this Falcon down there on the start line in the rocket lane, taking on the Tiguan in the Aeroflow. The Tiguan banging and popping on the 2-step. The Falcon away nicely. 1.7 to the 60. The Tiguan not too far behind, 1.8 seconds.
I think the Falcon's opening it up. 11.5, 118 miles an hour.
And a 12.95 at 102 for the Tiguan in the Aeroflow lane there, Mark.
Well, Mark, we've got a couple of old Holdens here tonight, and one car that is down here just waiting to come out. So Ben Giordamano, one of our great fireys here at Sydney Dragway, his cousin Brendan is here tonight, driving the Ute. Hey, Brendan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. Mate, tell me a little bit about this Holden of yours.
It's just a stock 202 for side draft Weber, an Aussie 4-speed, nothing special. Not at the moment. Later on I'll put a V8 in it, but yeah, nothing special at the moment.
Have you ever drag raced it before, mate?
Nah, first time in this thing, so we'll see what numbers it pulls.
Good on you, Brendan. Great to have him bring the car out. It's good to see the old Holdens, Marks, and especially a young guy, get a hold of one and have plans for it.
Well, that's a couple, because I think the gentleman in the burnout box now, Connor, who you spoke to before, he's only got a P plate on, so a lot of smoke out of the BMW. Wondering what has gone amiss there. It's not getting any better. The driver pulling over to the side of the racetrack, which has done the right thing, but sometimes would be better if you stopped, because it means that if you are leaking something, it's just a local cleanup.
Well, I tell you what, Mark, we've got a great looking VL Commodore down here. I'm sicko number plates. Sounds like it's got an RB in it. I could be wrong.
Definitely not an RB.
Oh, okay, rightio. I was going to say it's a Nissan theme night, so maybe, you know, the VL might have it. First of all, mate, what's your name?
John.
Mate, welcome. Tell us a little bit about this Commodore, mate.
Just a standard executive, LS turbo. That's pretty much it.
And have you raced your car before?
Not this one.
Okay, fantastic. So what's your goal for tonight? Try and run into the 10s?
If I can, yeah, it'd be good.
Well, mate, I love the look of the car, Mark. One thing I like about it, Mark, is not only the outside pristine, but the interior as well is still very much period correct as to when the car was built, minus, of course, the Haltech dash and the shifter in it. But
all the necessaries.
Yeah, all the necessaries. But for the most part, Mark, it is as it was when they were first built, and it is a great looking car as well. Got a little hood scoop on it.
Tell you what, Stu, just from looking up here, it looks like it's got a decent set of tyres on it, so it looks like it's been mini-tubbed.
Yeah, I dare say that it has, Mark. But of course, we've got an award tonight for Commentator's Choice. Yeah, we got a award for Commentator's Choice, so hey, that could be on the list. Because we all put our heads together towards the end of the night, probably around 8:30. But don't forget, guys, if you are a first timer, we do have an award for the Standout First Timer of the Night as well. It's an award that we've just brought out to get some more people through the gates, but most of all, encourage more people to do the right thing, get it off the streets and bring it here to Sydney Dragway and be part of this fantastic community that we have here. Now, Mark, I'm going to go see if I can find Hawko, because I really want to find out how much quicker he reckons he can go in that Skyline, because 10.2, that's pretty cool out of that car. Considering that it is not a drag car, it was built as a replica circuit car. So I can't wait. We've got Overdue sitting out the back here as well, Mark, another VL. It's a beautiful looking car too, that one.
Yeah, definitely strong Holden numbers tonight, that's for sure.
Not many forwards.
No.
Scared? Oh, that's right, they didn't get, yeah. Plenty of tow trucks out tonight, though.
Well, actually, I just realised,
Love you
boys.
too, Mark.
Hey, Mark, I just realised, got this and X up here tonight as well.
Yeah, but you said it.
Yeah. I only said what he was thinking.
You're in one of those moods tonight, Mark. I like it. Hey, just down here with the driver, the Nissan Exa. How are you, mate?
I'm good, but I'm not the driver.
Not the driver? Oh, I thought you were. Who's the driver? Is the driver here?
He is. He's in the crowd.
He's in the crowd.
A little bit camera shy.
He's hiding? Okay.
We
fair
could
enough.
pretend you're the driver.
Yeah.
You take his credit.
Exactly right.
Take his credit.
Yeah.
As long as you know something about the car,
I
then
just
that's all
want to know
that
what's in
matters.
it.
If you don't, just make it up.
K20. K20.
K20. Wow. Turbocharged K20. That is seriously cool. Mate, this thing's got a little bit of attitude about it too. That's what I like about this car. It's not an easy car to drive. I know that Steve and myself have been doing this over the years, and it is a little bit of a handful at times. But I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see it go down the track. It's always fun to see this Nexa, but particularly one that's actually been looked after and looks sensational. So there you go, guys. Turbo K20 underneath the bonnet of the Nissan Exa. Of course, those people that are about my age, they'd remember the Nexas that used to get around the racetracks of Australia back in the day. Now, it looks like Hawko has gone back to the pits, so hopefully we'll see him bring the car out a little bit later and we'll try and have a word with him. Of course, the GDR Festival, which is proudly brought to you by one of our sponsors as well here at Sydney Dragway, MR Engineering. And a big, big thank you to Anthony Matuk for getting behind the GDR Festival and us here at Sydney Dragway.
All right, we've got Connor back out in his VH Commodore. Listen to that turbo spool in the rocket lane, Mark.
Yes.
Hear that on the track mics. I think it's going to get to the finish line first. 13.72 at 109 miles an hour.
And 16.8 at 88 miles an hour.
Which is not too bad for a 253, is it?
Yeah,
really, when you think about it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only 4 litres of V8 there.
Yep.
All right, the Nissan Skyline taking on the Silvia down there in the rocket lane.
I bought a LX Tirana.
Yes.
Off the bloke. and it had a Baker Brothers 253 in it.
Yes.
And as you do, just straight out the track, run up 15.5.
Yeah, nice.
Look, they weren't a bad motor, the 253s, just lacking in cubic.
Yeah. I think looking at that Silvia, there might be the car seemed to want to not run in a straight line. I hope nothing's broken in the suspension there. But we'll be out the first gate. Can't see anything under the car, but didn't look like. Just checking out the racetrack, picking up a couple of small bits, I think, off the start line. Not
Hey,
sure.
Stewie, you're down on the start line there, mate. Is there a bit of debris on the track?
Not that I can see, mate. There was just a few little spots of water.
Oh.
But no, there's nothing too bad. So he should be right to go for his next run.
Couldn't hear nothing coming out of that car?
Nah, thankfully there's nothing by the look of it that's coming out of it. And I think he's done the right thing. Pull it up, get it through the Junior Dragway Expressway. As 71G lights up those rear bags.
I like that. That looks nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What I like about it, Steve, is that he's kept more like the original wheels on it as well. The old style Holden wheels.
The back ones aren't, though. They're definitely not Holden spec. About 4 times a width, I think.
Yeah.
253 reaction time for the Commodore. For the Holden, beg your pardon. Through the finish line, 11.59 with an 8, 1:17 at the finish line.
Look at the 60 for it, 1.6.
Yeah, wow.
That hooked up.
I wasn't expecting that when I...
All right, Brendan coming out now in his Holden Ute.
So a little 6-banger with some bolt-on goodies.
Yep. Taking on this very, very nice VF Commodore. Little help from Walkinshaw in this car as well.
Commodore's going to get to the finish line first here, 12.61, 113 miles an hour. And the Holden 6-cylinder powered utility, a 20-second pass at 68 miles an hour. Side by side the Cortina would be. If the Cortina had a motor in it. Yeah, it's a minor detail, that's right, Ben.
The VL Calais down on the rocket lane. What do we have? Is that a Ram?
It is a Dodge Ram. Yep, the 5.7 litre V8. First timer as well.
I tell you what, the Rams not giving up the chase that easy. 13.45, 102 miles an hour.
12.5, 113 miles an hour. That is super impressive for
Yeah, it was
that
only
car.
6 mile an hour down at half track there. It was only the last probably 100 metres that the rocket lane started to pull away, Mark.
So what do they be? 2+ ton?
Easy. Easy.
2.5? Yeah? They are a big, heavy car.
What's on the roof of the Capri?
At the back?
Yeah.
I think it's moisture.
No, it's something black sitting on the roof.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you scan into it at all?
Stu, what's on the roof of the Capri?
Just having a look at the roof now. It's just a black paint spot.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to highlight. It looked like he had something sitting on the roof.
No, it's just a black.
Oh, it's done a repair.
Yes.
Shush.
Ah.
Shush, Ben. Enough.
Still a very tough.
Hey,
How dare you?
My lips didn't even move. All right.
Yeah. I didn't mean to highlight a fault. It looked like it was something sitting on the roof.
We're just going to do a quick touch-up in the rocket lane. Just a quick mop, quick spray. And we'll be back to racing very, very soon. To everybody that's watching via YouTube, guys, welcome to our Nissan theme night, which has been proudly supported by Motive Video here at Sydney Dragway. And hopefully get a few more Nissans make their way through. So if you and your friends have got a Nissan, tell them to come out. We're racing up until 10 o'clock. And just everybody that's here at the track, guys, just while we've got a bit of downtime, just remember, guys, if you are hungry, the Red Spot Cafe is open down in the pit area. They've got some great food down there. Of course, we've got our regulars up the top, the donut van, Go Nuts for Donuts, up the top there as well. Joe's Ice Cream. So grab yourself a coffee and donuts, or grab yourself something more substantial from the Red Spot Cafe. I can tell you too, boys, that it is not overly cold down here as well. It's actually quite pleasant down here at the moment. So good conditions for drag racing. Certainly been a lot warmer out here in the western suburbs than what it's been over on the North Shore. Now we'll go for a bit of a wander through the lanes. There are a couple of people that I would like to have a chat with, particularly the driver, if it is around, of Tough 71G. If he is around. But I'll tell you what, Steve, that is one sweet looking car. We'll see if we can find him.
That was a blue HG that just ran a few passes ago.
Yeah, it certainly was. I'm just looking for the driver. So
Don't think I've
the
seen
driver
him.
is 71G. If you are here, I want to have a word with you, mate. We want to find out a little bit more about this car.
Stewie's calling you out.
I think I've got him. I think he's on the phone, so is this yours? We've got to find this driver. He might have gone walkabout. We'll see if we can word with him a bit later. But I really want to find out about this car because, yeah, these old Holdens are becoming rarer and rarer. And the fact that this guy has kept it looking the way it is, it's an absolute credit to him, and I like that. Got another Skyline, which is pulled up in aisle 1, which is great to see. Now we've got this Commodore. There's a black Commodore that's here as well, which I noticed has got a DC tuning.
I
What's
think
going on, brother? What's happening, man?
Nothing.
Hey? Be school holiday soon, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
What do you got planned?
nothing. Probably going to bike riding.
Yeah? Nice. And you're here with your dad? He's having fun?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, his dad's going good. One of our regulars here at Sydney Dragway. Now, speaking about nice cars, Steve, we kind of, to the blue side of the brand, got a very, very nice Mustang in the pits, and certainly brings back a lot of memories. My uncle's was a different colour that he used to have. My uncle's was a dark red, but very similar body shape. This one is left-hand drive. Driver. What's your name, mate?
Ryan.
Ryan, welcome to Aeroflow Race for real, mate. Mate, tell me about this Mustang, because it is awesome.
It's my dream car, and I've only had it for a couple of months. New to me, all completely original. The engine had a little bit with similar parts, like original parts, apparently. But yeah, I got my old man here with me, and it's his first chance to have a crack at having a drive as well. So yeah, just see how it goes for an old car down the quarter and have some fun.
So have you had a lap down the track yet?
Waiting for my first one. Yeah.
All right, so what do you reckon you're going to get out of it? What's realistically, what do you think this Mustang will run?
I'm thinking about a 14.2-ish, something about that, yeah.
14.2 is still pretty good. For a car that, I guess you could say, is still very much stock standard. It's had really no performance parts.
It also has really taut gearing in the diff. It's made for cruising on the highways, so it doesn't really accelerate crazy quick or anything, but it's more just to come out there and have some fun with it.
And that's what it's all about. It's exactly what it's all about. Well, mate, I can't wait to see this thing hit the track. Left-hand drive, that makes it even more interesting. Just quickly, what's underneath the bonnet?
So it's the original FE 390 cubic inch engine, big block V8. Yeah.
Sweet. Tell you what, Steve, you'd be in heaven down here, mate, with this Mustang.
Yeah, I like the FE Big Block. You can buy some pretty cool stuff for them. And yeah, definitely an engine that a lot of Ford guys are pretty keen to have. If they can find one, they're fairly rare these days. They're not particularly laying around on the ground, that's for sure.
Well, I tell you what, potentially be this choice. So
You're just breaking up a bit there, Stu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have the tractor just giving the racing service a quick rub in the Aeroflow lane at the moment. Mark, Stewie and I will be back with you very, very shortly. We're just going to have a quick word from some of our sponsorship partners here at the track, and we'll be back with you with Aeroflow Race for real and Nissan theme night. Back shortly.
Boosted by Aeroflow Performance. A complete lineup of high-performance turbochargers, external wastegates, manifolds and turbo accessories. Engineered to handle the pressure and deliver serious power. Street car, weekend weapon or full race build. When you're ready for real boost, Aeroflow delivers performance without the premium price tag. Get boosted by Aeroflow. See the full boosted range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw kart driver.
From routine servicing to full performance builds, Carbon Auto House is where performance meets perfection. We specialize in diagnostic reports and repairs, performance modifications and software tuning, routine maintenance and servicing. plus dedicated motorsport support. Whether it's fault finding, dyno tuning, custom hardware packages, or keeping your daily driver running at its best, our experienced team delivers quality workmanship with attention to every detail. Explore our extensive range of products for Volkswagen, Audi, and more at www.carbonautohouse.com.au. Carbon Auto House. Passion.
All right, just in time to see this beautiful Capri attack the start line here at Sydney Dragway. Oh, a couple of sparks out of the car.
Wow, yeah.
330 and a bit of smoke as well. Just got the replay button ready there. Now just hit the replay. There was the car left aggressively on the start line again. Moved around as it did a little bit before, but right on 330 there was a couple of sparks and then a little bit of smoke.
A bit of a flash out from underneath as well.
Didn't hear anything on the track mics. It didn't seem to misfire or anything like that, but
it did drop a T and miles an hour.
Wonder what that could have been, Mark. Something hot, something metallic.
Yeah. Wonder if something in the diff, one of the trailing arms or something like that's moved around.
Not sure. Well, let's hope there's nothing too drastic going on under that Capri. And we're about to have our we're moving back into our two-wheel competitors here tonight. A couple of the motorcycles on the start line. Just waiting on the rider in the rocket lane to move forward. Just getting a couple of instructions from our starter down there. This is his first time racing here at Sydney Dragway. All right, into full stage now. Three counts down, away from the start line for both bikes.
Well, it's not a bad race.
Not shy once he opened the wrist. 11.58 with a 135 miles an hour to a 12.2 at 136. Both bikes left the start line fairly gingerly, if I could put it that way. But I tell you what, once they got moving, rider down there in the rocket lane, about to cross the finish line, a 970 at 150. Wow.
That is quick, isn't it?
It
They
is.
sound so good in the track mics as well.
They do, yep. That one sounding very sweet on its way down the racetrack. Our next pair about to have the tree countdown. 144 light, the better of the two in the rocket lane there. The Aeroflow lane in front though, Mark, gets there first, 10.28 with a 147 miles an hour.
And 10.8, 146 miles an hour.
Well, boys, I'm down here in the staging lanes and I've found Tim, the owner of the HG. Tim, first of all, welcome to Aeroflow Race for real. Mate, this car is stunning. The first thing I looked at though, believe it or not, wasn't necessarily the inside and the paint, it was actually the wheels. Are they the original wheels with this car?
Oh, I'll let you be the judge of that. Nah, they're 15s with modified to fit the hubcaps and that. Give it that bit of a sleeper look. But yeah, the slicks help it to grip up.
Well, mate, I like what you've done with the car because you've kept that original look about it. And, mate, this thing is tough.
Yeah. I feel like I've got two cars because I've got a set of big chrome wheels that go on it usually, but when I bring it down to the drag, you want to make it that stealthy look. So, yeah.
So what's actually underneath the bottom of it, Tim?
It's got a 383 Chev with a turbo 350 and a 9-inch. Not a Ford 9-inch, just a 9-inch.
I like how you put that.
Yeah, it's just the size of the diff, eh?
Well, mate, Tim, thank you so much for bringing the car out, mate. Tell you what, man, can't wait to see it back out on track. What's your best time in it so far?
7.2. I'm hoping to get 10, but I don't know if it's got it in it.
Well, you never know, Tim. Well, mate, thanks for bringing the car out, mate. Absolute pleasure.
Thanks, mate.
How good's that, boys?
Yeah, that's sensational.
383, 9-inch, TH 350 in it. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. That's what I like about Aeroflow Race for real. We never know what's going to come through the gates. I know it's a Nissan night, boys, but I don't think a lot of the Nissans got the memo tonight. We seem to have a lot of other cars here tonight, which is not a bad thing.
We do seem to get that on our theme nights.
We do. Now, I just had a chat with Laurie Grimer earlier, and Laurie's here. So the other week when Laurie was racing the car, Steve, the car was coughing and sputtering. It wasn't being in itself. Laurie's just told me he's put fuel in it, so it's now got a full tank of fuel. So I have no problems tonight whatsoever.
Well,
it's amazing what fuel does for them.
It's quite. It is a necessary element,
especially when it's fresh fuel.
Yes, well, that certainly helps. That might have been part of the problem if he's had fuel in the car for some time. Now, I call Spotto on this one, but I'm also going to be keeping an eye on the Exa in the Nissan Exa down there in the Aeroflow lane. I'm tipping that it may well be one of our quicker cars here tonight.
Well, the Mazda's on the chase.
Not going to get there though, Mark. 12.80, 104 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane.
And 10.6, 133 miles an hour. You ever driven one of the XES?
No, but I had a friend that had one for a little while.
They are different. You just,
We've got two of our theme cars about to come out. We've got the R32 Skyline about to take on the Nissan Silvia. First timer in the Silvia. And that very nicely presented R32 down here in the Aeroflow lane. Just remember, guys, there is a prize tonight as well, a free ticket to Race for Real for the fastest Nissan of the night, being a theme night. Well, the Skyline mark getting a little bit sideways there at about 330 foot of the racetrack. 1383, 1481. To the Skyline, it's got this very tough Commodore about to come out. Another first timer. And we got the big Nissan Patrol about to come out as well. It's got street tyres on it. Don't forget, guys, as Steve mentioned earlier this evening, we've got our diesel-themed Sunday Race for Real coming up very soon, of course, in conjunction with the truck drags.
Got the Patrol just staged up a little bit off centre. (13.6), 107 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane. And 16-2.
Short wheelbase patrol down there in the rocket lane. Does that mean this one will be a little bit quicker because it's a little bit lighter?
Oh, probably so, yeah.
Taking on the utility in the Aeroflow lane down here.
Hey, these shorty four-wheel drives are cool, Steve. A mate of mine actually used to have a shorty Pajero a number of years ago. That was a great car too, but I reckon the manufacturers need to start bringing them back a little bit.
Commodore Ute through the finish line at 12.85 with a 6 at 113 miles an hour. And the patrol mark?
22.25 at 60 miles an hour.
Nice. I pass every now and then on Richmond Road on my way to work like a troop carrier, but an older style but short wheelbase one. It looks like it's a 3/4 scale. It's just the way that it sits. It hasn't got the big wheels on it, so it looks like it's all physically a smaller vehicle.
Now there's a little trail liquid is coming out the back right-hand side of the Gas Racing RX-8. And that 1J powered Cressida.
Look at the speed for the Mazda there, 139 miles per hour.
Yeah. We see the Capri getting towed back, so maybe there was a bit of a problem with that car, Steve.
It's not a good sign, that's for sure.
No.
Unless he's trying to save fuel, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, the excise got lifted up today, so yes, never mind. That's for another day.
Yes. Been lifted, but are we going to get it?
No. The discount has been reduced.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so a little bit of mopping going on there. As Stewie said, there's a little bit of fluid out of the RX-8.
So it's just water there, Stu?
Yeah, it looks like watermark. I saw it as it was coming out of the burnout. There was a little trickle of liquid that was coming behind the right rear tyre on the Gas Racing RX-8.
Okay.
Certainly didn't slow it down, but definitely something that they need to keep an eye on, because the last thing we need is for that car to have a whoopsie, or any car for that matter, or bike. Now, I've taken some photos to some cars while I've been down here, and of course, Commentator's Choice is something that we all put our heads together, us commentators, and decide who will win the free ticket for next week. We'll call that probably around 8:30. And then closer to 9 o'clock to all our racers, guys, probably around 9 o'clock, I will duck upstairs and I'll find out who's got the fastest reaction time tonight as well. And of course, we've got a free ticket for the fastest theme car of the night as well. So the fastest Nissan.
Well, Stewie, I must say that we haven't had a real lot of cracking reaction times.
Well,
we've had
have you looked
one
at have you looked at my list here? I don't think you've looked at my list here.
I've seen this one.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah, I've seen that. But
so at the moment, if it's eligible, our best reaction time that I've seen is a very good reaction time from a motorcycle. So you've only got a couple of spots. That's all I'm going to say. You've got a couple of opportunities to better it.
Yeah.
By like 3.
I just don't think they're trying hard enough.
Okay. You're a hard man to please, Mark Thomas.
Got to set that high.
Bar high? Yeah.
Bar high. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let the cat out of the bag. From what I can see, and I might have missed one, that's why I keep throwing the disclaimer
Yeah.
in there. A 004 is our best reaction time so far. So that gives you something to aim for.
Yeah, that's our totally unofficial time, but that's what we've seen, or what Steve has seen. I'm just handing that over to Steve, so if it doesn't happen, it's...
I got broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Won't be my first mistake today. That's okay.
Well, I tell you what, the fastest theme car for tonight, boys, is still fairly open as well. Of course, the car has to be street registered. We've got a few street registered cars here. There are a few quick Nissans. How quick? I don't know, but the fastest Nissan of the night will receive a free ticket to Aeroflow Race for real for next week. Now I can tell you what, Mark, we've got a little bit of a breeze that is coming from behind me. So a few cars got a little bit of a tailwind, but the temperature out here is not too cold. It's actually quite nice. If anything, it's probably actually a little bit warmer this week than it was the other week when we were racing. So to a lot of the races that are here tonight, guys, the track's got a bit of bite in it. Conditions are great. Times are going to be quick tonight. Now this is pretty cool, Steve. The EA Falcon down here, first timer. It's got a set of radials on the rear end of it, big intercooler on the front. So my guess this thing might have a barrier in it. It's got the Haltech dash in it. All right, Laurie Grimer out here now. One of our former Dial Your Own winners here at Sydney Dragway.
Yeah, in that great looking GTS Monaro.
Taking on the BMW 1 Series. Oh, Laurie having a good hard look at the lights out. Unfortunately, a .018 red. But if you don't get a red, it means you're not trying. The 15 AA with a 9, that's actually a pretty good pass there from Laurie. And a 1460 at 106 there for the 1 Series BMW. We've got this turboed Falcon Ute all the way down from Banana Bender country. Taking on this Golf wagon.
Well, Ute is well and truly out in front, but closing the gap. 12.5, 120 miles an hour. to a 12.4 with a 2 at 122 miles an hour. Well, the LJ are on having a bit of fun in the burnout.
Yeah, certainly getting some heat into those rear tyres. He's taking on this great little Nissan Pulsar.
Well, good 60 foot from the Tirana, 1.64. (10.9), 124 miles an hour to a 14.7, 104 miles an hour.
I think he'd be pretty stoked with that time too, Mark. We've got this DC Motorsport Commodore down here, Mark, which sounds like it's got a turbo on board. It's got radials on the rear end of it. King 5.7T, and taking on this beautiful looking Calais. Beside him, first timer. Oh, 1.4 of the tree from the first timer.
Wow, Commodore moving around a bit mid-track. 10.4, 129 miles an hour to a 14.7 at 92 miles an hour. With that Aeroflow, yeah, that was getting a little bit of loose up top end of the track, buttoned it off real early and just rolled on through.
I'll tell you what, this VL Commodore down here sounds cranky in the burnout. Taking on the Volkswagen.
We've had a fairly good amount of Volkswagens turn up, Stu.
Yeah, we certainly have, considering that it's a Nissan theme night.
Well, this Commodore's on a good charge. 10.4, 129 miles an hour, and got out of that one early as well. And 15.3 at 92 miles an hour.
All right, the R33 Skyline coming out now. Taking on this very quick Volkswagen Tiguan. I'll tell you what, Steve, there's a few quick SUVs getting around these days. It's not like the old days where, you know, you'd see an SUV and be like, oh, it's a soccer mum's car. With all the manufacturers now starting to make performance variants of them, Hyundai being the number one, I'd say.
Well, I think they've realised, Stu, that there's a real market there in that that area.
There certainly is, Mark, and you can see it with what Volkswagen done, and particularly these tuners that are coming on board with these Volkswagen Tiguans, but, you know, even cherry tuning with some of their Konas that they built for customers.
Yep.
They're certainly stepping it up a little bit as well. So that's encouraging signs, I'd say, for the car scene in particular.
Well, you think a Tiguan, they're a really, really nice presented car. And then put a heap of horsepower into it. Makes it a nice package.
And I think too, all those subsidiaries of Volkswagen as well, i.e. Audi, Skoda. You know, hopefully we'll see a few more of those cars in the future. Starting to make their way out. All right, we've got this supercharged 5.7 litre VS Commodore taking on the BMW sedan.
(11.6), 119 miles an hour for the Rocket Lane.
Now, I've been waiting to see this car come out on the strip. I don't know if I've missed it, but this is my first time seeing it. This 1970 XW Falcon, the Silver Fox. Cannot wait. This thing means business, Mark. It's got skinny tyres on the front. It's got some Mickey Thompson Sportsmen sitting on the rear end of it.
It definitely looks nice, especially that orange stripe just really sets it off.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job with this car, and the interior is equally as beautiful as well.
I dare say at Ford, when they produce these cars, someone's gone, let's stick an orange stripe on it, see what it looks like.
Well, they certainly thought the right way when they did it, because it certainly looks the part. It's got Venetians in the rear window. This Commodore down here, it's got a set of skinnies on the front. Some more street-orientated tyres on the rear end of it, of the VX.
Well, Falcon, a 1.69 in the 60. Carries on through 11.4, 118 miles an hour. And 11.7, 119 miles an hour for the Commodore.
All right, guys, the debut run of this Mark 1 Mustang. I just interviewed the driver. He's behind the wheel. His dad's in the passenger seat. But obviously, you can't have the mobile phone filming while you're going down the track. So to all the drivers that do have passengers, guys, please make sure that your passenger's mobile phone is on the floor, out of hand's reach. It's the same rules as it applies on the road as it applies here at the Dragway. It is a safety aspect. Now, he's got a bit of a goal with this car, as he mentioned earlier in his interview. I really hope he gets it, because, you know, it is a stock car, but he's out here to have some fun. Exposed does what Exposed does. Nice and straight. 1184 there for the RS5 and a 1502 with a 4. As Tim comes out now in tough 71G. And I'm Sicko coming out now, another VL Commodore. It's got some big rubber on it, Mark.
This HG, what colour is it, Stu? Is it black?
No, it's a very dark blue.
Is it?
Yeah.
Definitely hooks up off the line. Goes through 11.4, 118 miles an hour to a 13.7 at 113 miles an hour.
All right, Brendan coming out now in his Holden Ute. About to take on this VF Commodore with the help from Walkinshaw, another first timer.
Well, 414 miles an hour for the Commodore. And 19.9 for the Ute. So just gone a little bit quicker than previous pass. And Stewie, the Mustang, I think he was looking for a low 14, so he's not too far off where he was at.
No, he's done a good job there as well. You know, for a stock standard car, it's not always about going fast, is it, Mark? It's about looking good as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You can set your goal to where you want to be at. Well, these cars side by side. Big Ram went through 13.8. 101 miles an hour.
All right, the mighty Chrysler Centura has warmed up the Hoosiers. He's about to take on Overdue.
Oh, Centura just launched itself. Quick hop, offed it, then into it again. He sort of backed out of it from here. 12.9 at 70 miles an hour to a 12.0, 116 miles an hour. That Centura usually runs around the mid to high nines.
Yeah, just picked that front wheel off the tarmac by about an inch. And when it came down, I actually thought the rear wheels would have come off the ground as well. It looked very unbalanced as it's left the line. Got this early model Skyline circuit car coming out. Great to see the car back here at Sydney Dragway, and particularly here at Aeroflow Race for real.
Yeah, I think last time he was out here, Stewie was saying that it's a bit of a rare car, that he built it all up himself.
Yeah, it definitely is a rare car. You don't see a lot of them around at all. Even at the GDR Festival, Mark, I don't think I even saw one. All right, the Yamaha R1 down here in the Aeroflow lane. Just took it a little bit easy off the start line. And the bike next to him running on through at 11.07, pretty sure that was a Honda at 100.
Well, 11.0, 114 miles an hour, Stu. It's not a bad pass.
I got another Yamaha about to come out in the Aeroflow lane. Good to see the Yamos out here at the track and having some fun. It's not always about the Kawasaki's. Speaking about Kawasaki's, is up against the ZX-10R. Here in the Rocket Lane, it's been here racing before. An 060 on the tree there for the Kawasaki. The Yamaha though, oh, tell you what, he wasn't too far behind him.
No, only about a 1/10 of a second there, Stu. Not much in that, all at the finish line.
I got the Suzuki GSX-R down here in the Rocket Lane. Not entirely sure what this bike down here in the Aeroflow lane is, but I'll tell you, it looks like a relatively new bike.
Both away cleanly off the start line. The Aeroflow lane slightly better than the 60, but I think the Rocket lane has the horsepower at the finish line and gets there first. 11.25 with a 9, 141 miles an hour. So good speed there, Mark, at the finish line.
Yeah, and 11.9 for the Aeroflow lane. Yeah, definitely had that top end charge for it.
Through the finish line, and 9.69 with a 7, 149 miles an hour.
We've got the Nissan Exia down in the Rocket Lane, and the Nissan in the Aeroflow lane, a first timer.
I've just been told, Mark, this Exia down here is four-wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
Did I hear him say that right?
Yes.
It's four-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's been converted from the ones that I've driven were all front-wheel drive.
Yeah, you did hear that correct.
So has that been modified, Stu?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently when he puts it in reverse, boys, it goes to two-wheel drive. And then when he puts it into gear, it connects itself back up and goes into four-wheel drive mode. That's what I've been told.
Lucky he doesn't do much driving in reverse then.
He may do.
So that would explain why it moves around the way that it does, as Clay's car is just dripping water. Yeah, it's got a whole heap of water coming out of it, boys. So unfortunately for Clay there, that car will have to be go back to the pits. And I'll have to get that rectified.
Looks like the Falcon will have a solo run here, of course. Well spotted by the City Dragway start line crew. Well, one good thing is there's plenty of clearance under the front of the van.
Yeah.
Falcon on its way towards the finish line. Just under 78 miles an hour and half track through the finish line. 14:44 at 98. All right, looks like we need to get the burner out on the start line down there into the Aeroflow lane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just while we clean up that start line, we'll just hear from some of our sponsorship partners here at Sydney Dragway. We'll be back with you very, very soon.
You can spot them from a mile away. The ones who run Mickeys. They don't blend in. They don't back down. They build bigger. They drive harder. They win. Mickey Thompson isn't for everyone. It's for those who refuse to follow and choose to lead. Running Mickey's means something. It means you're part of a movement. Builders, racers, rebels. People who defy limits. Who set trends, not follow them. Who don't ask for permission. You want grip? You want guts? You want glory? Then you want Mickey's. Because if you're not running Mickey's, you're missing out on the most iconic name in tires and wheels. Born from American ingenuity, still American owned. Built for those who blaze their own trail. Mickey Thompson, for the bold, for the winners, for the ones who forge their own legacy.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Expro Ignition by Aeroflow Performance. A complete range of high-performance spark plug leads, ignition coils, control boxes, distributors, and supporting components. Engineered for stronger spark, sharper throttle response, and total ignition control. From street builds to serious race applications, Expro delivers the spark your engine demands, with reliability you can trust. Don't leave power on the table. Upgrade to Expro Ignition from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
Zachary Matuk, and this is MR Engineering.
Coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Packlease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Packlease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Boosted by Aeroflow Performance. A complete lineup of high-performance turbochargers, external wastegates, manifolds and turbo accessories. Engineered to handle the pressure and deliver serious power. Street car, weekend weapon or full race build. When you're ready for real boost, Aeroflow delivers performance without the premium price tag. Get boosted by Aeroflow. See the full boosted range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
From routine servicing to full performance builds, Carbon Auto House is where performance meets perfection. We specialize in diagnostic reports and repairs, performance modifications and software tuning, routine maintenance and servicing, plus dedicated motorsport support. Whether it's fault finding, dyno tuning, custom hardware packages, or keeping your daily driver running at its best, our experienced team delivers quality workmanship with attention to every detail. Explore our extensive range of products for Volkswagen, Audi, and more at www.carbonautohouse.com.au. Carbon Auto House, passion driven by you.
Bang Shift Automatic Shifters by Aeroflow Performance. A premium range of performance automatic shifters engineered for positive engagement, smooth operation, and precise gear selection when it counts. From tough street builds to dedicated race cars, Bang Shift delivers clean, confident shifts and total control, pass after pass. When precision matters, make every shift count. Upgrade to Bang Shift from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
Heavy Duty Magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs, and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
It's for real here at City Dragway. It's our Nissan theme night. Now, just before we get to this run, Steve and Mark, I've got to have a word with Andrew Hawkins. Hawko's down here. He's pumped. Hawko, mate, did you expect that?
No, but it felt pretty good. It's the first time we've driven that HKS car was today. Got tuned about a week and a half ago, makes just over 600 at the hubs. And today was our first day giving a bit of a shakedown in anger. We actually used your bottom car park like a test track. And I basically just did some circuit laps today to make sure the car's all right. And then I thought, oh, we'll run it down the drags, you know, whatever. It's got all the excuse book, you know, it's on circuit tyres and circuit suspension and didn't do a burnout, all that crap. I just thought, I'll just have a bit of fun. And someone goes, oh, what do you want to run? I go, you know, like circuit tyre, if it goes like a 10.7 at 130, I'll be happy. So yeah, it did 10.7 on a bog. So I'm like, all right, I've got to go again. And when it took off the second time, I'm like, yeah, that's the one. That's driving a GTR properly. So yeah, so no launch control, just clutch ride. But I think 160 in the 60 is probably about as good as I'm going to go on a Wednesday night on a circuit tyre with no warm up and all the factors combined. And I guess if you put all that together, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, like what I wanted, what it did, and I guess the circumstance, like it's not a private test day or anything on a drag radial. So for a low mount turbo, you know, little HKS 2530s to go 10.2 at 135 is yeah, it's honking. That's pretty good.
I think the other thing too, Andrew, and a lot of people don't realise it, is there's so much backstory with this car too. I mean, it's a car that you had sitting around for a little while, and you didn't know what you were going to do with it.
Yeah, I bought a shell for 10 grand, start of COVID. I knew I was always going to build a Group A tribute of some sort, and I kind of had it wrapped in a couple of liveries, and it's been on display, but wasn't built, and I knew I'd build it eventually. But yeah, working with HKS Japan on GTR Festival, they're a sponsor of the event, the conversation just evolved into, well, instead of just being a Group A sort of tribute car, I'd love it to be wrapped in HKS, but only if it's officially endorsed by HKS. And they got back to me and said, yeah, let's do it. And I go, okay, what do you want to put on it? They go, what do you want? I go, I don't know, what do you got? Do everything. So they sent me a bunch of parts for it, and it's also, sorry, man. Feck. It's my mate Chris's car. He's also got a 7-second 35 GTR as well. So, but yeah, basically HKS then said, well, we won't give you the whole catalogue yet. It's already got an engine, so it's not an HKS engine, but it's got their turbos, piping kit, intercooler, fuel rail, but a few other bits and bobs. And we basically went, all right, we'll do that to start with, and becomes a bit of a parts demonstrator now, like a demo car as well. The whole idea is whatever the car can prove it can do, guess what? You can buy those parts and you can do it too. So I think 10.2 at 135 for little HKS turbos and that setup is it's pretty good. And I think I already spoke to HKS tonight. They're really happy.
And so they should be too. Well, Andrew, I'll let you go and watch your friend race. That is one angry car, mate.
Too many electronics in that BMW, I reckon. But it already did. Oh wow. Okay, it did that easily. That's going to be an 8-second car when it's sorted. It's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
9.9 at 110, and he was off it.
Yeah,
1,000
way
foot on
early.
the brakes, and there was a pedal in there off the start line too. Holy moly, Mark.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Hawko.
Yeah, Chris said it's like first time driving at the drag strip, trying to get, well, it's kind of a lot of electronics, like trying to get it to do a burnout, because obviously it's an X-Drive, so it's a four-wheel drive, trying to get it to do a burnout, and then trying to get all the logic in the gearbox to do what you want. There's a lot of learning to do, so it can be very frustrating driving those things. It's not like a 30-year-old Datsun, you can just jump in and bop, bop, and off you go, and just all driver, baby. It's all left foot, right foot, make it work.
Great. Well, Andrew, thanks for being a part of our Nissan theme night here. Motive Video, ladies and gentlemen, check him out on YouTube. Get all the goss, because seriously, there's some great stuff on that channel.
Yeah, we've always got something going on with project cars, tech videos. We just did like event coverage. We just did the test days here with Mac Racing. We've got a video on Jet 200 going up tomorrow night. Hopefully the HKS build, I can get that finished next week. It's a 2-hour-long build video of basically building that car. I think I worked out that we took the actual days spent on it was 3 weeks. Yeah, so 3 weeks, it was probably built in 4 with a few bits done afterwards. So it should be a pretty cool video. Rather than do like 10 episodes, we're going to do one massive 2-hour episode so people can see the whole build. And the build will basically finish with tonight going a 10.2 and doing some circuit testing today will be like the finish of the video. So yeah, but there's more to do with it. We're going to be testing more HKS products, or demoing them, I should say. And a few other bits and bobs, get at circuit racing. It'll be at World Time Attack, so, and it'll probably head overseas next year. My other 32 is on the way to England right now, then it's going to go to America. I might send the HKS car or Jet 200 to Japan next year, so there's heaps going on. So
that is sensational. Guys, don't forget, next year, around in May, GTR Festival is the 11th event here at Sydney Dragway, and I'll tell you what, guys, you don't want to miss it because it is going to be awesome. Same date, so around
21st, 22nd.
Yeah, 21st, 22nd of May next year, GDR Festival here at Sydney Dragway.
I'll tell you what, Steve, that BMW, if you just grab all the robots, throw them out, because they're stopping you from doing everything you want to do, that thing is going to be an absolute weapon.
Could you imagine that in a car with, as you say, without all the electronics, and that, excuse me, that BMW wouldn't be a lightweight vehicle either, I dare say.
I can see a lot of these current BMW motors going into a lot of builds.
Oh, definitely. There's no question that they make horsepower, and the way that they're able to get the power to the ground. We know the gearboxes are very good, but it's just a matter of, as Andrew said, they're getting everything to align correctly and see a true potential. But I think the driver, Chris, I think he said his name was, probably could have stayed in the throttle, but chose not to.
For reasons.
For reasons, yes. Maybe come back on a Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
And let it see what it can do. A 1095 there for that beautiful Tirana, but that BMW sounded fantastic as well.
It just absolutely come alive in the burnout, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you're right there. It just, it sung. Launched off the line, it was just perfect all the way down the track.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a sleeper there, because you wouldn't pick it driving in the traffic.
No.
A Tirana leaving a lasting impression on the start line, the fogging in the windows of the commentary box. We can just make out the start line. Even now, the car's already halfway back along the return road.
So all the racers, guys, that are here at the track, whether you're out the back in the staging lanes or in the pits, guys, just bear in mind that I will be calling the commentator's choice at around 8:30 tonight. So you are in with a chance of winning a free ticket to Race Real for next week. So I'll be calling that around 8:30. And don't forget, guys, we've also got a free ticket to a Standout first timer tonight as well. So if you're a first timer, guys, bring your cars around. Let's get them back out on the drag strip. Let's see them. And you never know, it could be you that could be winning that prize this evening.
You can see in the staging lanes camera mark that Dodge is coming back for another run.
Yep.
Saw it do a pretty good run earlier tonight. Definitely kept its competitor honest in the other lane. Down there on the racetrack, this very nice Mustang. It's the gentleman that Stu was talking to before with the FE Big Block, I think it was.
Yes, it was. Ran a 15.0.
Okay. A little bit away from where he wanted to be, but...
Yeah, he's looking for low 14s.
Yeah.
But first pass is not too bad.
I think the diff gears might be the biggest challenge there with that car, but 1099 with a 121 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane.
And 14.7 at 88 miles an hour for the Rocket lane.
Well, it looks like we've got another Tiguan down here, Mark, in the Rocket lane.
We've got a few of them, actually.
I'd have to say, Steve, sorry, these are probably Volkswagen's highest selling car at the moment, these Tiguans. You know what, boys? I'm actually been pretty impressed with this Commodore tonight. It is black, it is well presented, but the thing I like about it, Mark, is that it's just simple. You know, there's no massive body kit on it. There's no massive tyres on it. It's still running street tyres on the rear end of it. It has got skinnies on the front. But you know what? It's consistent and it's running some pretty decent numbers. Just waiting for this car to make its way around turnaround, which it has done. We're about to send this supercharged V8 powered ute down the track, taking on the VX Commodore. Oh, a little bit of tyre shake out of the ute. A lot of rubber has come out of the back of it. Now, I really hope that that thing hasn't broken a CV joint. It was tilted to one side. A lot of rubber has come out of the guards. And you can see the tyre tracks, Steve and Mark, off the start line down here in the rocket lane. So we'll have to double check that it hasn't been leaking anything. Well, the plus side is, guys, it doesn't look like there is anything down on the track bar lots of big chunks of rubber. So that looks like a promising sign. So we'll get all that rubber just cleared off the track before we send out this beautiful XW Falcon. Well,
you can spot them from a
mile
away. The ones who run Mickeys. They don't blend in. They don't back down. They build bigger. They drive harder. They win. Mickey Thompson isn't for everyone. It's for those who refuse to follow and choose to lead. Running Mickeys means something. It means you're part of a movement. Builders, racers, rebels. People who defy limits. Who set trends, not follow them. Who don't ask for permission. You want grip? You want guts? You want glory? Then you want Mickeys. Because if you're not running Mickeys, you're missing out on the most iconic name in tires and wheels. Born from American ingenuity, still American owned. Built for those who blaze their own trail. Mickey Thompson, for the bold, for the winners, for the ones who forge their own legacy.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46.
All right, that gorgeous looking Falcon leaves the start line. 166 to the 60-foot mark. Straight down the center of the rocket lane, and 11:51, 117 miles an hour.
That'd be a great sight from the up end of the track, because that thing would have left the line, nose high in the air, just carried it away all the way down the track.
Held its head high, as they say. If you like VL Commodores, this run's for you, Mark.
Yep. Anything with a Holden badge on it is good.
Oh, I forgot that. Sorry, I was being a bit more, little bit more specific.
So got a really good problem tonight, boys.
What's that, Stu?
Well, we've got a whole heap of cars that I've taken, or a few cars that I've taken photos of, that are eligible for Commentator's Choice tonight. It's getting harder and harder every week to pick a Commentator's Choice. So that is an absolute credit to all the owners of cars and bikes that come out here to Aeroflow Race for real. I love it when I have that problem, because it makes our job harder as commentators.
Yeah, but it's a nice problem to have, isn't it, mate?
100%. You know, I've got about 3 or 4 cars that I've taken a photo of already that are capable of winning Commentator's Choice. But that's not to say that the ones that I've taken a photo of, ladies and gentlemen, mean that those cars are in line. It could be something else that the boys have got upstairs. So I don't find out until I get up there.
All right, the Holden 1-tonner down there in the rocket lane. Taking on the Commodore in the Aeroflow. Tonner looking very sharp down there under lights.
It's a very smart looking car too, Steve.
A little bit of wheel slip off the start line for both competitors, I think, there, but the Tonner got it hooked up quicker. Out in front and should see the win line. Yes, he does. 12:38 with a 2, 110 miles an hour. And unfortunately, no time recorded for the Aeroflow lane. Left before the tree was activated. This is Silvia down there in the Aeroflow lane. On his way to the finish line, Stu. Gets there with a 14:28, 108 miles an hour.
Yeah, it certainly came on strong in the second half of the racetrack, that Tone Workshop car, as we got the Chrysler Centura. No car or a Mopar. Well, I'll tell you what, this thing, it's got the Hoosiers on it, makes all the right noises, always brings a smile to our faces.
And across the finish line, 10:02 at 135 miles an hour. Another clean pass for Tim in the Centura. To our motorcycles now. Rocket Lane away, cleaner off the start line. Looks like he's definitely going to take the finish line first. 11.20 with a 4, 141 miles an hour to an 11.62 at 139.
Actually, one thing I wanted to touch on while we've got the bikes out here is that just to all the motorcycle riders that are racing tonight, or any of them that are watching via YouTube, guys, if you love your motorcycle drag racing, and you love coming out Aeroflow Race for real, and you're thinking, you know what, I want to step it up a little bit, enter our New South Wales State Championship Series. We've actually got a class, street bike class, which Steve is and myself are very familiar with. And it's not always about going super fast, it's more about being consistent and very quick on the tree. This is where it starts. You can bring your street bike out here to Aeroflow Race for real, get some practice on the tree, and then enter our New South Wales State Championship Series, and you never know, you could go rounds. So, and it is a lot of fun. It's a great fun day out. It's very relaxing. And it's just for standard street bikes. You don't have to have something that's modified. It's just for your standard road bikes.
Exactly right, Stu. It's very well said. A pair of pretty quick street bikes there. 11.59 with a 9 across the finish line first. I guess that's the beauty of bike racing, isn't it, Mark? You can get out there and run a low 10 on a standard machine.
Yep, at a ridiculous speed.
Yep. Oh, 000 light.
Oh.
Wow, that's good because that racer has been on fire tonight. Also had the 004 from earlier.
Okay.
He's cut the perfect light this time around. Pair of Nissan products rolling up to the start line. Skyline taking on the Silvia in the Rocket Lane.
This will be an interesting pass.
Both very clean examples.
Yep, and both quick cars in their own right.
Just waiting on the Skyline to find the staging beams in there now. Silvia better through first and second gear. Oh, bit of a step out there for the Skyline. I think the horsepower of the extra 2 cylinders has come back around. Looks like the Silvia slowing mark at the finish line. 14.18 with a 3, 107 miles an hour for the Skyline.
And 14.8 at 80 miles an hour for the Rocket Lane.
Yeah, I think the Silvia,
yeah,
not in the throttle across the finish line. Nice burnout down there from the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane, taking on the 808 Wagon in the Rocket Lane.
Wagon's put some good passes in tonight. Well, a little bit of a pedal then.
And he too out of the throttle, bit after half track.
$14.5 to a $13.6. Just couldn't get the BMW to line up tyres.
You can't tell me that a BMW is scared of a Nissan. Sorry, I had to say it, Mark. I had to use that segue that you just threw me, mate.
The robots might have been those, Stu.
Dang them robots.
All right, the Nissan on a nice charge, just over 100 mile an hour at half track. 11:43 with a 3, 1:27 for the R35.
And 15.4 at 107 miles an hour for the Rocket Lane.
Yeah, so very good speed there for the BMW across the finish line at 107. All right, the RX-8 down there in the Rocket Lane. Had a mixed bag tonight so far, but did nearly run 140 miles an hour.
Oh, really? Jeez. Okay.
Of course, it does say gas racing on the side of it, Steve, but I know a lot of it comes out of Joe Signorelli's rotary side of the business.
Wow, looks very strong.
Yeah. 111 at half track. Wow. 1082 with a 5. 140. I'm going to give him 143 there.
Yeah.
142.97.
And 14.4 at 100 miles an hour for the Aeroflow Lane.
Well, he's finally run that 10 that he wanted. So, Joe, if you are watching the live stream, mate, it's done it. The gas racing RX-8.
So one of the runs a icebox in it, and that's why cause that's the one that had the water running out of it.
Possibly. But in saying that, it is a street car, obviously, so I'm not 100% sure of what the intercooler setup is, but anything's possible, I guess. Have welder and grinder wheel fix.
Yes.
Our next pair on its way towards the finish line. The Aeroflow Lane going to get there first. 12:46 with an 8 at 1:11.
And 16.3 at 87 miles an hour.
All right, to all the racers, guys, I'm going to duck upstairs in about 5 minutes and go see my colleagues upstairs. And we'll work out the commentator's choice vehicle for this evening. And then closer to 9 o'clock, guys, 10 to 9, we'll be doing the reaction time contest. So if there are any racers out the back, guys, don't go anywhere, because it could be you that could have the fastest reaction time. All right, the Nissan Silvia coming out now in the Rocket Lane, about to take on this 92 Executive.
$15.47 to a 14.22 there. Falcon Ute taking on Ford sedan down there in the Aeroflow Lane. One of our start line officials sprinting back to the shed. Not 100% sure what's happening. Mark, the officials have just run through the tower, and our emergency vehicle's also heading to the pits. So I will say, if you are not involved in whatever has happened down in the pits, please stay away. Please give space and patience to our officials and our safety team. Let them do what they need to do. Stay away from the incident, whatever it is, and we'll come back to you very, very shortly here at Sydney Dragway once we know what is happening.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Designing and building a drag strip is extremely challenging. The lives of people are at stake. There is no room for error. My name is Frank Tarabay. I'm the owner and managing director of Every Trade Group.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine keep going out here? Well, that was an easy one.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
You can spot them from a mile away. The ones who run Mickeys. They don't blend in. They don't back down. They build bigger. They drive harder. They win. Mickey Thompson isn't for everyone. It's for those who refuse to follow and choose to lead. Running Mickeys means something. It means you're part of a movement. Builders, racers, rebels. People who defy limits. who set trends, not follow them, who don't ask for permission. You want grip? You want guts? You want glory? Then you want Mickey's. Because if you're not running Mickey's, you're missing out on the most iconic name in tires and wheels. Born from American ingenuity, still American owned. Built for those who blaze their own trail. Mickey Thompson, for the bold, for the winners, for the ones who forge their own legacy.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
X-Pro Ignition by Aeroflow Performance. A complete range of high-performance spark plug leads, ignition coils, control boxes, distributors and supporting components. Engineered for stronger spark, sharper throttle response and total ignition control. From street builds to serious race applications, X-Pro delivers the spark your engine demands, with reliability you can trust. Don't leave power on the table. Upgrade to X-Pro Ignition from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, I'm Anthony Matuk, and this is MR Engineering.
They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Packlease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Packlease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Boosted by Aeroflow Performance. A complete lineup of high-performance turbochargers, external wastegates, manifolds and turbo accessories. Engineered to handle the pressure and deliver serious power. Street car, weekend weapon or full race build. When you're ready for real boost, Aeroflow delivers performance without the premium price tag. Get boosted by Aeroflow. See the full boosted range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
From routine servicing to full performance builds, Carbon Auto House is where performance meets perfection. We specialize in diagnostic reports and repairs, performance modifications and software tuning, routine maintenance and servicing. plus dedicated motorsport support. Whether it's fault finding, dyno tuning, custom hardware packages, or keeping your daily driver running at its best, our experienced team delivers quality workmanship with attention to every detail. Explore our extensive range of products for Volkswagen, Audi, and more at www.carbonautohouse.com.au. Carbon Auto House, passion driven by you.
Bangshift automatic shifters by Aeroflow Performance. A premium range of performance automatic shifters engineered for positive engagement, smooth operation, and precise gear selection when it counts. From tough street builds to dedicated race cars, Bangshift delivers clean, confident shifts and total control, pass after pass. When precision matters, make every shift count. Upgrade to Bangshift from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not too far away from getting back in racing condition. Just had a incident in the pits that's, I believe, been sorted. And while we're waiting for our officials to return to their post, I'd like to announce all of our award winners for tonight. Our best reaction time was Josh on the green machine we see there. 000 was his reaction time. Congratulations, Josh. You also did a 004. That was the one we picked you on, but while Adam was out the back, you went 000 just to be sure.
Yeah, see, I told you got to set the bar high.
Yes,
and
that's right. He listened. He listened clearly. Our Commentator's Choice Award winner for tonight was Joe in the little Mazda 808. Congratulations, Joe. The car's been running great all night and certainly got our attention up here.
Indeed.
Cool little car, and I hope you've had a great time, and we look forward to having you back at Sydney Dragway in the very near future. Our standout first timer of the night goes to Wade in the VL on screen. Congratulations, Wade. Fantastic to have you here at Sydney Dragway. Hopefully the first of many. And Adam couldn't help himself there. Got a cute photo of Wade's young child there with the award, and also got a smile as well, Adam. Yeah, well done.
Well, that's the VL with the baby seats in the back of it.
Yes, is it? There you go. There you go. Right. So the story fits now. How good. Well done. Hope to see you back again next week. And our fastest time for the theme car goes to Daniel in the R35 on screen. And as a side note, Adam tells me that this R35, not too shabby going around a racetrack too. Top qualified in his class for a 10-hour race last weekend at Sydney Motorsport Park. So congratulations, Daniel. You definitely got yourself a bit of an all-rounder here, running into the low 11s here at Sydney Dragway. So pretty well set up car, and also getting around corners as well. So awesome to see. And we'll hope to see all of those smiling faces back at Sydney Dragway next week for another round of a Race for Real. Speaking of coming events here at Sydney Dragway, we have our Andra Test and Tune this Saturday, 4th of July here at Sydney Dragway for all Andra Tech race cars. Good opportunity to get out here and do some laps without the pressure of being at a race meeting, a little bit more casual.
Even if you want to just come out and have a look.
Yes, definitely. Definitely come out and have a bit of a sticky beat. And it looks like our racing about to restart. But while these two go through their burnout procedure, we have our Falcon Ute down there in the rocket lane. Taking on the Falcon Sedan down there in the Aeroflow.
I'm glad you picked that.
I think that's what it is. I think I spotted it from before. It is a black car on a black circuit.
Yes.
A black track. All right, both away fairly closely. Looks like the Sedan has the measure at the moment, Mark.
It does indeed.
And runs on through first, 14.89 with a 294 miles an hour.
And 16.6 at 70 miles an hour. Nice strong burnout from the LJ Tirana.
Yeah, there's definitely less tread left on those tyres than when he came earlier tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't been holding back.
No. Up on the converter already. And 067 on the tree. Little black Tirana out and gone. 177 to the 60. We'll get to the finish line first. 11.13 with an 8. 124 miles an hour.
That car's been performing so well all night.
Yes, very much so.
And 15.1 at 92 miles an hour. VL in the Aeroflow lane.
This is our award winner, Wade, down there. Taking on the Polo, I think it is, in the rocket lane. VL out in front at the moment, but the Polo definitely keeping him honest. Looks like Wade, unfortunately, has left the start line before the tree's been activated.
Yeah, definitely left the red cherry behind. We've got the Skyline up against the Exia. And this Exia's had a fair bit of modifications to it.
Yeah, engine swap as well, I believe. Got a Honda motor on board.
Wow.
Okay, might have been playing a little bit earlier tonight, Mark. 107 at half track and
yes,
still rolls to a 12.0 at 90 miles an hour.
And 14.6 at 101 miles an hour. It hasn't been leaving the line like that.
No, no, it's been a lot softer off the start line than that.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll see some pretty good passes.
I am just down here in the staging lanes. I'm down here with Mr. Signorelli Jr. Hey, you finally ran that 10.
Yeah, well, the other driver ran it, not me. That's Darcy. He gets all the credit for that. Yeah, we turned the boost up a bit last round, so yeah, we'll see what we can go this round.
That is sensational. We'll get a word with Darcy. Okay. Mate, they cracked the 10. You got to be stoked, mate.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna get a kebab now.
Did you have any indication when you left the line that maybe it was going to run a 10?
Well, we turned it up a bit. We shot the gate in second and third, and then gave it a bit in first. So we're hoping for the 10, but we got it. That's it.
Mate, congratulations to you guys too. They're here just about every week, the Gas Racing RX-8. Let's see if they can back it up.
Yeah, that car's certainly
it's a shame that your dad wasn't here to see it.
Yeah, I know. He'll come for the 9. We're sure about that. He'll come and watch the 9. That's all.
Nice, nice. Sorry, Steve.
I was going to say that car definitely making horsepower, hitting 140 miles an hour at the finish line.
Yeah.
So 220 kilometres an hour, or 240 k's an hour. So certainly moving at the finish line there. All right, the Mustang down there, lined up very askew on the start line, but plenty of time to correct back into the center of the lane. And on its way to another pass. And runs on through for a 16.9 this time around. 69 miles an hour.
Well, nice strong burnout from the HG. He's up against the VL Commodore.
Another 1660 for the HG.
It's a really well set out car in it.
Certainly appears to be that way, but the VL's going to take the stripe across the finish line. 12:31, 116 miles an hour.
And 11.4 for the HG. Yeah, you definitely can't give that much away off the line.
No.
The VF up against the Ram Ute.
The Ram's showing it the way at the moment.
Commodore goes through 13 to 115 miles an hour. Against a 13.9 at 101 miles an hour.
I'll tell you what, Mark, just had a quick chat with the rider of the silver Kawasaki ZX-10R. And I just said to him, I said, mate, you're getting consistent. He said, yeah, I'm getting better. He said, just every time I come out, just getting used to that clutch a little bit more, starting to feed it, it's knowing what the bike likes. I'm doing a great job on that ZX-10R.
It's all about coming out, getting track time, getting finding what works for you, and then just working on that, refining the strategy.
Yeah, it is. It's just seat time, isn't it?
That's it. All right, the one-tonner going on a solo, this time in the Aeroflow lane. Tree comes down, a little bit of slip of the tyres there, but driver stays in the throttle. 186 to the 60. And through the finish line, 12:35, 110.
All right, Yamaha R1. A very, very good 1000cc bike for circuit racing. Probably lends itself a little bit better than the Suzuki in terms of the way you ride the bike as well, because Suzuki, traditionally those Suzuki 1000s have got a lot of low down torque. I've got a mate of mine who's got a 97 model Suzuki 1000. He's also had an R1, and he's also got a Kawasaki ZX-10R. And the difference between each motorcycle is very noticeable. Not that I've ever ridden it, I've been on the back as a pillion, but you can feel that low down torque in the Suzuki, but you can feel the nimbleness of the R1, and then you've got the Kawasaki, which is kind of sits in the middle. It hasn't quite got as much torque as what the Suzuki does, and it hasn't quite got the nimbleness like an R1. So, you know, a lot of those bikes, when they take them out to the track days, the R1s, it's really about trying to keep up that mid-corner speed through the apex of the corner, which is where they make their speed, whereas the Suzuki has just got that little bit of extra low-down torque, which helps you out of the corners.
Well, 9.7, 149 miles an hour. Great pass.
I wonder if that's a PB.
Yeah, not sure, Stu.
I think it'd have to be very, very close.
We got one of our winners out in the Mazda up against the Falcon sedan.
Mazda a little bit more aggressive on the start line that time. Got a bit of a wiggle on as he drove away from the start line. 10.51 with a 7. 136 miles an hour. And a 13.3 at 112.
Yeah, definitely left the line with a bit of a pop and a cackle, and away it goes.
Very Nissan products on the start line now. The R35 taking on the 350Z, I think it is, in the rocket lane. The R35 out in front at the moment. And it's going to stay that way, Mark. 11.43 with a 9, 127 miles an hour.
And 14.2 at 106 miles an hour.
Big burnout from the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane, taking on Darcy, I think it would be, in the rocket lane down there. I wonder how much more pounds of boost they put in it in the staging lanes.
Yeah. Just another straight 20 in there.
Yeah. Whoa! Whoa!
Wow.
That was close, ladies and gentlemen. I know we were joking about it, but that was close. You can see the tyre marks there from that Mazda. I did hopefully get it on the replay. I'll push the play button and just keep your eyes on the RX-8 right of screen here. Got to about the 330, just before the 330 foot mark, and wanted to go over to the wall and corrected very quickly.
He done a good save, that's for sure. I think one of his earlier passes that got to around that area and started to break traction.
I'd say that's where all the power
Boosters
says, yeah,
all- yeah.
everything's...
Everything's doing what it's supposed to do.
Everything's 100% at that point. You can see there how much wheel work he had to put in, and I think only just crossed the center line. He did well to keep it in his lane, but he was right next to the Falcon at that point.
It's a bit scary when you got a car coming towards you sideways. Commodore up against the Falcon.
This Falcon got the barrel swap in it, I dare say. Got big intercooler. Spooled it up a little bit more, but was rolling it through just before he spooled it. And the Rosso Performance Commodore out on a good pass. But look at the Falcon go, boys. 12.45, 122. That's a great run there for the first timer.
I think got him there in the last 50 metres, if that was only 0.09 across the finish line. 12.45 at 123.
Yeah, that Falcon was definitely a big top end charge.
Well, the BMW 1 Series and the S chassis running through 1394. 1301 there for the Beamer as Headache comes back out. This very nice looking G6E Falcon. Another first timer.
The rocket lane away first. I don't think the Turbo Ute's going to horsepower on past.
Yeah, the Aeroflow definitely on the charge.
It's their 12.71 with a 9 at 113 miles an hour.
And 14.9 at 95 miles an hour.
Skyline taking on the Falcon Ute this time around.
Will both leave the line pretty much side by side.
And the Skyline starting to pull away from about half-track mark.
Yep.
14.20, 106 miles an hour.
And 15.2 at 91 miles an hour. Well, VP Commodore, nice, a quick little burnout. VL, big burnout.
Wow, that VL on a march, 111 at half track, 10.29 with a 5, 136 miles an hour, the finish line mark.
And 15.7, 88 miles an hour. Well, another big burnout from the LJ. Maybe he doesn't want to take those tyres home.
No. I think he wants an excuse to change them, if you ask me. But
Well, if you see if he can back up another 10-second pass in the Tirana. And it's a very tidy looking Calais. Good to see the VLs making resurgence again here in off-street drag racing.
Yeah, it definitely asked you. We've had some really good passes being put in by the VLs tonight.
Well, there's been plenty to pick from.
Yes.
All the VLs here tonight.
Maybe we should have just done a VL night.
It's a possibility.
You know what, that's probably not a bad idea, just quietly. We'll see if we can get some of the OG VLs out of the workshop, Mark.
Yes.
Some of them that are floating around, sitting under car covers.
10.8, 124 miles an hour to a 14.5, 92 miles an hour.
And I dare say, Mark, I reckon there'd be a fair few of them too that are still floating around in garages somewhere. A lot of them weren't just for drag racing, a lot of them were street cars that were built to a very high standard.
Well, we know that there's some street cars out there that virtually are drag cars.
Yes, yeah, they've got number plates on them and do get driven on the street.
Yeah, I've actually got a photo on my Facebook from the early 2000s on an Oz Rotary cruise that I went on a number of years ago. And there was a VL that was very well presented that I had to take a photo of. The thing was just stunning. Wasn't quite sex spec, but it was just a very, very nice streeter in its own right.
Just giving the start line a little bit of a touch up at the minute in the Aeroflow lane. Our next pair waiting eagerly in the water box. A very tough Commodore taking on a VW Golf down there in the Aeroflow lane. Should only be a few more moments. All right, here we go. Burnout time for the Commodore. Golf just rolling through the water.
I I'll tell you what, Mark, this Commodore is going to be a monster once they get this set up the way it should do. I don't think it's set up as well as it could be. I dare say it's work in progress.
Just waiting for the boost to build in the Commodore, and unfortunately just driving away from the start line, but coming alive at about 100 feet from the start line. Look at it go at the top end, 991 with an 153 miles per hour. 121 at half track.
Wow. Didn't that one come on?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that with the way it left the start line, but it's one way to get down the racetrack, Mark.
It is indeed.
Well, I take back what I said. I didn't expect it to run that just quietly. Well done to the team, well done to the guys. That is an awesome achievement.
Tiguan's on another mission down the rocket lane this time around. 11:44 with a 123 miles an hour.
And 15.3 with a 5 at 92 miles an hour. The VF Commodore just rolling in up beside the Mustang.
This Mustang looking really nice under lights.
Yeah, it's a nice, tidy looking car, isn't it?
You should see it in person, Steve. It's.
Did he say it's been restored, or was it's in original condition?
Well, I believe it's. Oh, he didn't actually say whether it had been restored, but he did say that this one is completely stock. He did drive another one from a bloke up around Lake Macquarie. It had one for sale that had some ridiculous amount of horsepower in it. And the reason why he didn't buy it, Steve, is because he didn't feel safe in it, because obviously he's got kids. He just wanted a car that he could hop in, drive, and be able to take the kids out over the weekend. And that's why he bought that one instead of the one that had a little bit more horsepower in it. And the guy was actually talking up at Lake Macquarie, the one that he test drove originally, he was going to put NOS on it as well, and that's the other reason why the driver ended up buying that Mustang rather than the other Mustang.
Yeah, well, I think you got two separate uses, haven't you? You
Yes.
got a drive car,
yeah,
and you got a play car.
Yeah, sometimes not everything's always about speed for car people, is it?
No. No, if you got a family you want to take out in the car with you, yeah, you don't want something with a masses of horsepower.
Yeah, super cranky and all that sort of stuff.
And that was actually his dad driving the car on that pass, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's good to be able to share it with the family.
Very much so. Now 1 ton of ute on another pass. 1.6 to the 60 this time around. And 11.74 at 112.
That's a good pass, isn't it? Like getting a 1 tonner that's really light in the back to 60 foot at a 1.6.
It doesn't seem to move around or screech the tyres or nothing.
No, does everything right. So we're now moving into some of our bikes.
Just a quick little mop up in the rocket lane on the start line. Won't take too long, guys. Maybe just a little bit of haze of something that shouldn't be there. We've got to make sure it's safe because we've got our two-wheeled bikes about to come out now, our motorcycles. And I'll tell you what, boys, if this is what it's like during winter time with the motorcycles, I can't wait for the weather to warm up. Because seriously, I think motorcycle drag racing here at Aeroflow Race for real, I reckon we're going to have a bumper year this year. There's already some really good standout riders already that come out here, and they're very much a part of Aeroflow Race for real, as are the cars. We're just going to have to burn off this little bit of liquid. It's still a little bit slippery on the rocket lane, guys, so we won't be too far away, hopefully, from getting back to racing, but we do need to get this cleaned up as quickly as possible before we send our motorcyclists down the track. Yeah, it's only a light spray, guys, so we'll be able to get this burnt off pretty quickly. Thankfully, it is not heavy. So just while we got this little bit of downtime, might see if we grab a word with one of our theme car drivers tonight with the R32. We'll see if we can grab a word. What's going on, brother?
How you going?
Good, mate. What's your name, man?
Robbie.
Mate, welcome to Aeroflow Race for real. Mate, tell me a little bit about your Skyline.
This is just a GTST. It's a stock RB20 internals, upgraded, you know, everything's just standard bolt-ons, and yeah, on E85 running 250 kilowatts.
Sick. So do you get to drive this car on the weekends, or it's just mainly for drags and circuit?
Yeah, it's basically packed up in the garage 99% of the time, but yeah, I found the opportunity for tonight and I thought, well, we'll give it a crack.
Mate, thanks for bringing the car out, man, for our Nissan theme night. Good on you, man. Welcome. Hopefully see more of you, man. It's a great looking car too, that one. All right, another one of our Nissans, although this one is not a Skyline. How you going, brother?
Not bad, bro. Yourself?
Yeah, good. What's your name, man?
Riley.
Mate, working at Aeroflow Race for real. Mate, tell me a little bit about your Silvia.
It's completely stock. It's just got an exhaust and a front mount, and then that's it. Stock ECU. Just coming to see what times it runs.
So what's your best time in the car so far, mate?
13.8.
That's pretty good for a stocker. That's pretty brilliant.
It's not bad. Not bad.
You reckon you can get a high 13 out of it?
Possibly. We'll see.
Well, mate, thanks for bringing the car out and thanks for being part of our Nissan theme right here at Aeroflow Race for real. Very well presented car too. It's good to see a first timer out here, and particularly a P-platter, doing the right thing. Now you got Mr. Borg out here. How are you, Mr. Borg? How are you tonight?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Having fun?
Yep.
Now you left the Silver Falcon at home, decided to bring out the white one.
Yeah, give it a run.
Mate, you want to see if it's working. Well, mate, all your cars always work. They always do the right job. Tell me, what do you prefer driving though? The white one, this one, or the silver one?
Silver one.
The silver one?
Yeah.
You know that car a little bit better than this one, or you just...
This one's faster than the silver one.
Well, the main thing is you're out here having fun. And that's what we like to see. Good to see you, my brother. Joe Borg there in the Falcon, one of our regular races here at Aeroflow Race for real. Absolutely loves his off-street drag racing. Well, it's good to see we got that cleaned up pretty quickly, boys, and we are back into racing. Getting a little bit sideways there in the 808 and something, he's hit the timing block. That is a bit of a shame there for Mad 808. Just trying to give it a little bit extra spice off the start line.
I'll tell you what, there's been some pretty good saves tonight so far, and that certainly rates up there with some of the best. Here's a replay, hopefully, of that. Keep your eyes carved right of screen. Spinning the wheels there, and all of a sudden it just turned. Gave the Nissan driver an eyeful as well, and for good measure, took out the 330 block.
And that's why we always say you leave the line, start turning tyres.
Yep.
Back out of it.
Yep.
Because you're only a passenger.
Yeah, and you know, the dry cleaning bill's not worth it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, your upholstery won't like you.
Yeah, I wonder if that have vinyl seats in it, so it should be right. It smells a bit more difficult.
Yeah. Well, definitely, like you said, Steve, we've had some big moments and some really good saves.
Yes, we have tonight. Pedal Van Man joining us on the stream. Go the Ford when the next one pops up. We're pretty light on tonight, Pedal Van Man, with the Ford product. Yeah, there is one in the water box. Strong burnout. I think this is another one of the races that wants an excuse to buy some new rear tyres. Very still out there at City Dragway. On the start line, you can see the smoke just lingering in the air. 237 to the 60 for the Falcon.
Definitely going to hang on for the line.
Wasn't too far behind. 1457 with a 497 miles an hour. To a 1458, I think it was, in the Aeroflow lane.
We've got the Nissan up against the Mazda. A little bit more gentle this time.
I think there might have been a slight pedal there, maybe, but 11.4 with a 11.45 with a 139 miles an hour. So still making plenty of horsepower at the top end there.
Yep, indeed. And 14.5 for the Aeroflow lane.
All right, Joe Borg out here now in the XR6 is very, very good on the lights.
Close race, that one across the finish line. The Rocket Lane, 13.34 with a 9. Gets there first.
With the V-dub up against the Nissan, 200.
The BMW 1 Series down here in the Aeroflow lane. Been running pretty consistent all night. The Silvia, not too bad off the line either, is ahead purely on reaction time. Not too much between them though in the deep end though. Only 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, 13.0 to a 13.3.
These two raced each other a few times tonight. The Falcon Ute taking on the sedan down there in the Aeroflow lane.
Yeah, Ute's gone in way too deep. So just have to roll him out and bring him back in.
Sedan away nicely on a Pro Tree there, 664 the light. Carries on through to the finish line, 14.94, 94 miles an hour.
And 15.9 at 92 miles an hour.
Very clean looking Commodore down there in the Rocket Lane.
Well, the 92 executive, he absolutely treed the Commodore, but the Commodore is going to drive around him. A nice 12.65, 112 there. As you see the Skyline come back out against his Barra-swapped EA or EB Falcon. The R33 Skyline, great to have it here as part of our Nissan theme night here at Aeroflow Race for Real.
Falcon ran pretty strong on its last pass, I think, was the one that I remember seeing. Skyline might have its work cut out for it here.
Yeah, the Falcon's not real quick off the line, but geez, don't he turn it on top end.
Well, he didn't build as much boost off the start line this time in the Falcon. And a 13.36 there for him.
And 14.7, a 105 for the Aeroflow lane. We've got the VL up against the LJ. Well, 10 to 134 for the Rocket lane, and no time recorded for the Trana. Rolled and broke the boom early. .13.0, 112 miles an hour to a 15.5, 89 miles an hour. Got the big block Mustang up against a small block VH Commodore.
Yeah, a bit of help from savagebonnet.com.au for Connor with the Commodore as the Mustang just starts spinning the tyres, gets a little bit unsettled, and unfortunately that is all she wrote there.
$16.7 to a 15.3. Nissan up against the HG.
Right, Timmy's out of there in the HG. This looks like a good pass for him as well. Nice and straight down the Rocket. 11.42, 118.
Very consistent, that car. Almost identical to the other run that he's done on the Pro Tree.
Well, sometimes the Pro Tree can be an advantage, sometimes it can be a disadvantage. It depends on which way you look at it.
One tonner on a solo once again. 11.77 with a 7. 112 miles an hour. Another one of our consistent cars here. That previous run was 11.74.
Yeah.
So wow.
Actually, Steve, when you've raced previously,
yes,
well, and you still do race, do you actually prefer the Sportsman tree or do you prefer the Pro tree?
Definitely the Sportsman tree, because my car and the driver's not built for a Pro tree, so the Sportsman tree just gives you a little bit better chance to actually react to the light. Obviously, with a Pro tree, you've got 0.4 of a second to get everything in motion.
What about you, Mark? Do you prefer the Sportsman tree or do you prefer the Pro tree?
Yeah, I'd same as Steve. I prefer the Sportsman. Got more chance of cutting a really good light.
Aeroflow Lane takes this one out, a 9.68 with a 3, 150 miles an hour for Josh. To a 10.29 at 145. And 11.89 with a 6 in the Aeroflow Lane to a 13.89 with an 8 at 104 in the Rocket.
Well, a nice little flash of flame out of the bottom of the Silvia on the burnout. Let's see if that transfers into a good ET. A little bit of haze coming out of the back of the Commodore. It's dissipated now. And a 13.1 there.
Not a bad light for the Falcon sedan in the Aeroflow Lane. 524 on a Pro Tree.
There's a very strong smell of clutch down here, Steve.
I've no doubt that I bet the Utes probably, clutch is probably saying, oh, I'm getting pretty tired here. 14.85 with a 7 for the sedan to take the win.
There's definitely only so much punishment a manual can take.
Well, I think he's almost doing laps, so I'm not blaming it for a second there, that's for sure. Will the Ute hold on that sedan, catching at a great amount of speed. 12.61 with a 3, 113 miles an hour.
And 13.3 at 118 miles an hour.
Yeah, the Falcon was getting there, just ran out of real estate at the finish line mark.
Got the LJ up against the Skyline. This LJ has just been going round and round and round.
Yeah, it's copped a bit of a punishment tonight, that's for sure. And a 10.89 with a 6 at 124 miles an hour in the Rocket Lane.
And 15.1 for the Rocket.
I just got a few spots of oil down here in the Aeroflow Lane that we've just got to tidy up before we can send our next lot of cars down the quarter mile.
Okay, the Mustang up against the Falcon. Thirteen 411 miles an hour to a 14.7, 87 miles an hour. Free 109 miles an hour. Back into our bikes. Aeroflow lane put in a pretty big top end charge. 11.41, 46 miles an hour. Oh, bike in the rocket lane. Just kick the tail out. But Aeroflow 9.7, 150 miles an hour to a 12.9, 108 miles an hour.
It was all in the boots, Mark.
It was. Where it ended up.
You're terrible. All right, the Skyline at the finish line, a 14.79 with a 106 miles an hour. Now, I think this is our last two for the night, Mark. The driver in the ute gets one more chance to try and destroy that clutch. Stewie spotted something down there on the start line. Windows. All right. Both races away very evenly off the start line. Only a few thousandths of a second between them. Sedan in front at 1,000 feet. And also at front at the finish line, a 14.91 with a 1.95 miles an hour.
And 15, a 1 with a 7 at 93 miles an hour.
I've got a couple more vehicles to come out and race. So we got 2 cars and we've got about 3 bikes. They're about to come out. It's got the Mark 1 Mustang about to take on the GTST.
Skyline just overshot the starting line.
2 very cool 2-door sports cars of their era, making their way down the racetrack. Mustang out in front at the moment. Looks like it's going to stay that way, actually. No,
Just on the line.
Did not. A 1365, 108 miles an hour for the Skyline.
And 14.8 at 85 miles an hour for the Mustang. Well, he got his 14.
Yeah, he's getting down there. Just, I think, a little bit more seat time. Perhaps a few more RPM if you can off the start line.
Well, it just dumped a little bit of fuel out of it, Steve, when he left the line. That came out the back of it.
Surprised they got any fuel in them. They got plenty of passes tonight, that's for sure.
Always good to see that. I mean, the numbers did deplete a little bit after about 8:30, but the cars and bikes that we had left, they've certainly kept on coming around, taking advantage of the entrance that was still left.
Yeah, have indeed. They've definitely got plenty of track time.
All right, this will be our last pair down the racetrack tonight. To solo the run after. It's like the Aeroflow lane just out in front at the finish line. 11.04 with an 8, 146 miles an hour.
And 11.4 and 121 miles an hour.
All right, our last bike of the night on the start line. Took home our reaction time of the night as well. 000 was his best light of the night. 177 on the Pro Tree. Looking for a 960 something at 150. 962 with a 2. 150.16 miles an hour. That bike and rider very, very consistent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's racing here at Sydney Dragway. I'd like to thank all of our competitors that came out tonight, put on a show for all of our people up in the stands that came out to watch. To all of our viewers that joined us on the live stream, thank you very much. Chatter is always fantastic and entertaining for all us up here as well. I'd like to thank the Sydney Dragway track staff for keeping the racetrack safe for all of our competitors. Thank you to Stewie for his efforts out the back. Mark, Thomas, Ben and Adam for their assistance up here in the commentary box tonight. Don't forget the Andra Test and Tune this Saturday here at Sydney Dragway. If you're free, come on out and have a sticky peek. And we look forward to seeing each and every one of you here at Sydney Dragway in the very near future. Until then, be safe on the roads and have a good